Now,
That's
welcome.
awesome.
Welcome to episode 19 of the Dashback. Matt, do you know what happened a year ago today?
Uh, um, Nothing. I don't think anything happened a year ago today.
Actually, I think you'll find that episode 1 of the Dashback was a year ago today, I think, or
I
maybe
thought
it
it
was
was.
a
I
year
thought it was a year ago
tomorrow.
tomorrow. That's why
Might
I
be a
thought you
year
were
ago
asking
tomorrow.
me. I thought you were asking me in like a trick way, where I would be
It
like
was
the dash back, and you would be like, actually, that was tomorrow. That's what I thought was
no,
going
let me
on.
figure this out.
Because the game we did it the day before the
The
game
day
came
before the
out,
game came
right?
out.
And the game, I thought the game came out on a Friday.
I think it came out on the 20. I don't know what day of the week. I think it was a Wednesday that it came out. I think we did it on the
What?
22nd, and then it was the 23rd was the day I uploaded it, which was the day after we streamed it, which would have been the
Yeah.
22nd. So it's been 1 year of the Dashback.
Wow.
1 year of
Wow.
the Dashback, just a day short of 1 year of Rivals 2. And it's been, I can't believe it's been a whole year.
I guess I can't either. Now that you say it,
Yeah.
I feel like there's kind of like, I don't know. It's so weird.
Hmm.
Like the early Rivals doesn't really exist to me anymore. Like we did started the dashback, and then we did 2 co-streams, and that was awesome. And then it's just kind of that's just kind of pre-Genesis for
Yeah, that's
me,
how I feel
right?
too.
And then we went to Genesis, and then there's everything else after. And that's why I can
Hmm.
never remember when the tournaments after Genesis happened or who won them. Like Battle of BC,
Yeah, you keep
CEO,
forgetting.
Collision. These are all things that have kind of all blended together in my head.
Interesting.
I don't know who won Collision. It was Cake Assault, right?
No,
No.
it was Lox's first major win.
Dude, wait, Collision was like a month ago. This is what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. I'm like tweaking
This
out
guy,
over
all
these
right,
things.
so
I
you're
don't
tweaking.
remember them
I'm
at all.
feeling great. And the guys, I'm happy to say this is going to be the last episode of the Dashback ever. We're never
Dude,
coming back.
come on.
No, we'll be back
Come
in like
on.
2 weeks. We'll be back in
Come
two
off
weeks.
it.
But we got a lot of things to talk about. Most importantly, we got the power rankings that we're gonna do, but in probably about an hour, I'd say.
Yeah,
But we
maybe a little
got
less.
a new patch, a couple tournaments, and let's jump right TF into it with the latest patch, bringing us a crew
Mm,
battles game mode among not much else.
yeah,
Of course, there
that's
is the
true.
Frank and
Frank and
Edalus.
Edelis is pretty fire. I will say that.
I think it's really, really fire, but I don't. It doesn't necessarily vibe with me personally, but
Mm,
everything about it is like looks cool.
no, sure.
It clearly did a lot of work. Is that a new taunt? Oh shit! Maybe I
What?
will have to get it.
What?
There's a new
Where?
taunt.
Oh, that? Oh my god,
That.
that's crazy.
Wait,
That's
hang
crazy.
on.
Whoa. They cooked it this one. That's
They
so
did
heat.
indeed. It's sick.
Okay.
The
I
trailer is
missed the
very sick
taunt,
as
yeah.
well.
Okay.
If you're gonna buy it, use code markup as always, right there in the bottom. I'm actually gonna get rid of the quotes because that's stupid.
Yeah, it's a little quote. And there's never been a better time. Rivals of Aether II is 40% off. That's the cheapest it's ever been. Only $17.99, I think, for like a week or something. It is.
It's crazy.
The game is the most balanced it's ever been, even though there's maybe a couple outliers that we'll talk about a little later. But
Yeah,
it's might be the best the game has ever been. So
I think it
never a
might
better
be,
time to use code Barco.
and it's only getting better. And speaking of getting better, we have the new game mode Crew Battles,
So fun,
which
dude.
there has been some server issues that they have are they're currently trying to fix now or have fixed. But even with the server issues, this is maybe the most fun thing they've had besides Galvan.
Yeah, I was thinking. So I did see them push out a hot fix. I actually haven't played Cruise since that hot fix, but I did play it before. I didn't have a whole lot of issues on my end. It was this is so sick. It is Crew Battle X Squad Strike, which
Yeah.
is game mode in alt. If you weren't aware, that lets you each stock is a different character. You can either do 3 stock or 5 stock battles, and it is so fun. Like it really doesn't matter whether you do it by yourself or with a group. There's even like that dynamic there where if you match up against a crew, it's like, oh dude, we're going to brawl. We're going to brawl
Yeah.
with our guys, my guys versus you guys, see who wins. And then if it's 1v3, that's also really cool. Like I haven't played any 1v1s because I've only queued up in crews, but
Yeah.
it is so much fun. It's so much fun. It's social, it's competitive, it has its own separate ranking that looks like little people.
Mhm.
And for some reason the win and loss of points isn't uniform amongst your team.
Yeah,
And I
that was
think I
weird.
figured out why. I think I have less points than you because I'm better than you. And this is my
You have
theory,
higher,
okay?
like, yeah.
Yeah,
Higher
because
MMR.
I took more stocks, but we have the same amount of losses, so it punished me slightly more. You know what I mean?
No,
How do you
that's
not know what I mean?
silly. Well, I think I do, but I think you're stupid.
Why do you think I'm stupid?
Well, it
I
wouldn't
was the
take
best
a get
performing player on our crew, so it
yeah.
punished me for the losses more because it expects more from me.
I think it would
There's
it
no
I don't
other
think
explanation.
I think it's that you are higher ranked. Your MMR from the main game modes is already higher, so it expects you to do more. I think if anything, you doing better in the games would make it take less away.
You
It's
might
a
be right
fun
about that.
time.
You might be
You
right
could
about
do it
that.
in
It's so much fun.
lobbies.
It's so much fun. The lobbies,
Um,
you get everyone in there with their emotes and stuff, and they just added the
oh, it's
tag
great.
and time sent for the emotes. It's really fun. And you can
Hmm.
select even though the teams are like colored, you can do any ult you want because there's only two players on the screen at
Yeah.
one time. It's super
Hmm.
duper fun. It's super fun. You should definitely get back into it
And you can do a lot
if
of
you haven't.
you can do different rules with the crew battle mode in the
Yeah.
lobbies. It's very cool. A couple shop items. I
Hmm.
like the white vampire Zetter a lot. I think it's a very
Yeah.
fun ballot.
Pretty cool.
Cool stuff. I thought there might have been a new emo. Oh, the Frank and Endless emo, but I think there was another one that they did that they shadow dropped, or maybe it was before and I just hadn't seen it yet.
Mm.
And then Full Moon Crit. Wait,
Oh, I
what?
didn't see that shown
I
off.
didn't
Did
see
they
that
not show it off in
either.
the trailer?
They must have, and I just missed it.
You'd think they'd have that attention to detail.
Wait, does it come with the bundle? Doesn't look like it.
Huh.
So I'll have to take a look at
Interesting.
that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but
Nope.
that's always
We
cool.
got some events for some skins for upcoming events. Rival 3 in Somnio Noctem in the
Mm.
Netherlands. And then of course we got Heatwave and Port Priority coming up, but that'll be the skins for that will come out a little later. Then in
Hmm.
terms of balance changes,
Fuck all, dude.
Gavin got nerfed because he
Yeah,
needed it. I mean,
dude.
really, it's just like
It's a fix,
consistency kind of
bro.
stuff.
It's
Yeah.
a consistency fix. Like, yes, it makes him worse, so it's
Hmm.
technically a nerf, but
But
they
not in
weren't
like a
like,
meaningful way.
yeah, they weren't like this is so good. Can we talk about Gavin for a little bit?
Please,
I feel
please.
like we really haven't had the chance, and now I think it's been, 2 weeks since Gavin
Yep.
released. He's seen his first bracket win at this
Hmm.
past fusion, Ham Polo winning the bracket over the likes of Nard, Cheesy Potato, not sleepers they are. And I come to you with the thesis that Gavin is the worst character by a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
Good. No further discussion
He's so
necessary.
slow.
Yeah, man. What does he
His
have?
what does
What
he
does he
what does
have?
he
We'll
have?
get to what he doesn't have in a little bit because it's a
Yeah.
lot. What does he have? Let's think about it. Let's think about it. His dare
He has
might be the
dare.
best dare. Might be
Yes.
it's top 3 dare in the game, I
Top
would
three
say.
dare. I think it's got
I
too
would
much
say.
end lag to be the best dare. But it's a good ass
I
dare.
don't think that matters. You mean like if you go off stage with it and then you're too
Yeah.
low? I really don't think that matters. I think you just need to start higher,
Hmm.
or that's like if anything a balancing thing. They went, "Oh my god, this dare is so cracked. We need to make it so you can't." It's a Falco thing, really.
Yeah. It's also not
Um
as crazy of a spike as like a crag dare is.
right. Dude, I'm not even thinking about it as like spike. I think Gavin has better ways of killing off stage. Maybe I'm thinking like on stage, like landing on people with dare is super
Hmm.
broken. It can combo into up strong and F strong pretty easily. It's pretty fast, it's pretty reliable. You can get that goddamn drill out. It's the best drill out of all his drill placements. I think
For
it's,
sure.
in my opinion, definitely the best one. Another balancing thing, the drill doesn't spawn until the end of the move, to make it so you actually have to set it up and you aren't just getting
Hmm.
drills all willy-nilly, even though that does still happen. If you're doing
Yeah,
some
for
whack
sure.
like platform tech chase stuff, the drill does come out. I don't know. He's just
So,
not,
but does he have
yeah.
anything?
Anything else?
Best special, ledge special.
He does have the best ledge
By
special.
far best ledge
The
special.
problem is you have to get to the ledge to do it. That's where the problem
Dude, his
lies.
recovery is so
His
terrible.
recovery is unequivocally the worst recovery in the game. It baffles me how they thought, like, I keep comparing him to Crag in my head, right? Because that's what they said is
He's
Crag
Crag too.
They said, we're gonna make another Crag. And everyone went, no, don't do that. And then some people went, okay. And it came out, dude, he is so fucking bad compared to Crag.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you just look at the recovery, I was playing a Crag last night. I was playing a session against a Crag, God, was this? No, it was a bracket set against a Crag, and the recovery mix-ups and like forgiveness that Crags have does not it's not anywhere close to like touching Gavin. I think they're not comparable in that way. Crag, even if you want to do this is what really tripped me up is there was a recovery mix-up this guy did where was kind of mid-length from the ledge and then decided to completely try to blitz past me. Just went like side B cancel, wall jump, immediate side B cancel. And then in like half a second was center stage. And I was like literally moving at speeds that Gavin isn't capable of. And that sticks in my head. I was like, damn, he's so bad. His up B's pretty bad. Even if you get the platform, which you won't because you have to be galvanized, first of all, and you can't even like Hail Mary projectile.
You'd have had to like trade on the way out. It'd be even
you
then,
would have had to have trade. I actually wait. No, I don't know that. I feel like you don't get it if you trade.
Yeah, I feel like not either. So I don't know how you managed to get in that situation.
You straight up you don't recover with the platform, which is meant to be like his zany little pillar. But pillar's just so much better because you can get do it whenever you get it. Yeah, because you do it. You can do it far away. It's really good. You're never being galvanized and like having to recover, and it's a little whack. A lot of M lag on side B. The up B doesn't go that far. Both of them are super tradable when they're going to the ledge. It's very hard actually to get like a uncontestable snap to ledge, which is pretty hard for a lot of characters in this game. But the difference is they have the mix up in resources to have other options to sort of make it like to have this interplay, where Gavin, a lot of times it's like, am I going to side B to the ledge or am I going to side B to the wall and then like up B to the ledge? And both of those are not very good. Or then try
to side B again?
Or am I going to side B right at them, which also loses to like kind of the same things? Because I don't know. It
doesn't have like any disjoint really. It's just gonna trade with a lot of moves, and that just leaves you worse because you're going that way. And they're going that way.
Yeah. He doesn't have frame data. He doesn't have range. I think the projectile isn't good enough to be like a range thing where it's like, yeah, he can poke from halfway across the stage, but it's pretty easy to parry. Parryable. You don't get galvanized when you hit it. So like the reward is just like, it's just not that good. It's just not that good, man. It's not that good. Regardless of all these things, Hampolo won Fusion this past week on the Gavin, and I can't help but think that if Nard played Claren, he would not have. And which is like kind of fucked up of me to be like looking for the negativity and looking for the worst outcome. But this is just what I was thinking while I was watching it. What did Hampolo even do? I would say the other thing that Gavin has going for him is his presence is very threatening. If you're cornered by a Gavin, it's pretty scary because he's very big. He has a lot of things where it's like, oops, random F tilt. Now you die because you were dashing out. Yeah, down tilt. Up tilt is actually a pretty good move as well. I forgot to mention that. It's pretty good for comboing at low percent and kill confirm into the forward air.
He's got a good up throw as well.
Yes, of course. Very good up throw. My problem with that is like the grab game is kind of hard. I get it all boils down to his neutral is really bad because he's so slow. He doesn't have the range. Like it's just tough. I swear Gavin Loxodon is like maybe one of the worst matchups of the game. I'm not even kidding. What
do you do?
Because the axe reaches too far. Just like
you don't have the speed so much to whiff punish him.
You don't. Projectile does not that good because he floor hugs
Nor
it
the
forever.
disjoint. Yeah.
You don't get like insane combos because he's floaty. So you get like up throw, up air, and then maybe like another. There's
like a throw
just
back air
there's a
or
lot of
something.
problems. There's a lot of problems.
That's not true. Anyways,
yeah.
it's all to say he's so much fun in the Ditto.
Yes, he is so fun. I'm so addicted to playing.
He's really. I hope
really
they get
fun.
some love soon enough.
Yeah, just a little
because
something.
he's too fun to be this bad.
Yeah,
but not too much love. Okay,
it's not even. I have found myself wishing that the rest of the cast was kind of squished to him in terms of power level and things they are able to do at any
I wouldn't
given
necessarily
moment.
be opposed to that.
It's not going to happen, but I'm just thinking
no.
like, yeah.
All right, well that does it for the patch notes, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Which moves us on to what many are calling the biggest event of all time, the Genesis of the East Coast. That was, of course, the Fusion Supermajor, Fusion Plus, as it's also known as. And we went to this freaking event, and it was fun. It was a very fun time and insanely stacked.
Yeah. Show your bracket for me. Just
mine.
Yeah, please.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, am I signed in?
You don't need to be signed in. No. You can just look at the bracket.
Yeah. Group phase. We were in the first group. I got a little unfortunate. So I went 2-2, but it was DQ, had to play Archangel, and then my lowers, I could have taken a game, but I didn't. So I went 2-2 without winning a single game.
Wow, 33rd at a Supermajor.
33rd at the Supermajor.
Incredible.
Pretty cool. You went a solid 2-2 yourself. With
but I also got a DQ. So I went 1-2 for 33rd. Yeah. I got reverse 3-0 in my lowers, which is a little bit. I didn't even care that much. Like, here's the thing about this event. It was so fun to be there. And everyone there was so fun to be around. Like, I had such a great time getting reverse 3-0'd. And I got like crag cheesed, and I had a great time.
And the other thing is, incredible. If you had made top cut, we had to stay there for like another 3 hours.
Right,
we were the next day.
Yeah, we had work in the morning, and we drove 5 hours in the morning to get there, and then 5 hours home.
It was probably for the best overall.
Yeah, for sure.
But this tournament was hilarious. Well, let's talk about, before we get into the games. We of course had the Lockstop Pinata, which I mean was just beautiful to behold.
Damn, the wind up. Oh, why Stago running there like a smiling character?
Well, there's candy on the ground. But anyways,
that's true.
Should we talk about the bracket? Should we talk about the games?
A little bit.
Should we talk about,
there were some games.
Should we talk about Cake Assault?
Let's talk about him.
Let's freaking talk about him. So he lost a game. Man. He lost a set, rather, to Ant in the winners finals. It went 3-1. I thought it was 3-2. Am I smoking weed? I thought it was 3-2.
It was winners finals. It was 3-2.
Yeah,
you were looking at the first grand set.
Oh, I was looking at grands. You're right. But Cake Assault, after losing to Ant in, I don't even know what kind of fashion to call it. It was, I don't know. Ant and Absa are very interesting. We talk about him a little bit later. But
I have a word. It was a competitive endeavor. This was a very back and forth. Both players clutching onto what advantages they could have. It's what you really like to see in these sort of sets. Like, you don't really get that a lot from Cake Assault. And of course, after he had some time to think about it while he was beating Animal's ass, there was he figured it out, and Grands wasn't that close and took a game. But other than that, 6 clean games for Cake Assault to win the bracket through losers.
I think I mean, I don't really have that much to say about Cake Assault, if I'm honest. I have a lot more to say about Ant because I was
Sure.
watching his sets a lot more closely, and the whole time I did, what keeps replaying in my head is when we talked to Boyko at Riptide. And he was talking
Yeah,
about how
yeah, yeah.
Absa doesn't play the same game as anyone else, and I'm watching these games like his game against Toothbrush.
hmm
What was the other one? Against Yoda Cage, I think it was.
Yeah.
Where I'm just watching and it was like, this is just like so different. Ant's living to like 200% because
Yep.
no one has ABSA experience. And
hmm
he's just like, these combos just stop working at like 40
Dude,
because
yeah.
he's too
Do you see
floaty.
like Toothbrush's kill confirms were like spacing tipper down tilt into super jump up
Yeah.
air? That shit was so funny. It's crazy how a character this susceptible to dying is living the longest, you know?
She's just like, remember there was a patch months and months ago where they like adjusted knockback scaling almost universally to help with like arthritis. But like then Absa just brought it back. She's the rat with the plague.
Yeah.
Just giving it to anyone she's fighting.
I swear I
But
called it.
Ant's
I don't know
super
if I don't
good.
know if this was in a dream or if this is an actual thing I communicated, but we were talking about like thoughts about Absa and I was like, it's like whatever, but in 4 months people are gonna hate this character. And
Maybe.
that I have no credibility to me actually saying that in real life, so
That seems like
it could
something
be
you'd say.
religious of me. Like I think it's kind of true. I don't think we're getting to that point yet because Ant's really the only Absa right now.
Shadowhawk's
and, like,
on the rise.
people-
Shadowhawk
is on the
is
rise.
coming.
That's true.
He got ninth
That's true.
here, which is pretty
Oh.
huge. Yeah, beat Cheesy.
Oh, I did know he
and
was there. Yeah.
I think beat somebody else, so it was good. I'm gonna pull that up right now.
Didn't he lose to Fuck, you should
Lost
tell
to
me who he lost to,
Hampolo
you know.
and
Some
B-Bats.
crazy shit. Yeah. Okay.
But he got another good win in there, but not sure.
That's pretty normal. But Absa is weird. Boyko let us on that. Said Absa is his least favorite to fight just because of she doesn't play the same game, and she was secret. I thought that Galvan's release was the first step to smash ultifying this game, but
Yeah.
a secret. They put a sleeper agent in the game, and it was Absa. Because that's the Smash Ultimate is every single character and every matchup is so absurdly different. But
Yeah.
and I think largely up until this point, and I mean this goes. We were talking about this a year ago, 9 months ago, about the identity of the game and how all the characters early in the game and that they were releasing all kind of played a very similar brawly type of game. Get in your face, floor hug, everyone eat the fast fallers, stuff like that. And now we're starting to see some characters. I think Absa was definitely the first character that is different
Just getting weird.
and special. So it's getting weird, and I can't wait to see. Yeah, those are. I was looking at the game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more Absas coming out. I mean, Ant, this was his second place. Was his best performance at a major level event, which this certainly was.
Didn't he get second at another event? Or third?
Third at Collision, fourth at CEO, I believe. Yeah,
Didn't he
CEO.
get second with? What did he get with Rano? Didn't he get a second with Rano?
I don't think he got a second. I know he got fourth with Rano.
It was his last. Maybe it was that. It was whatever episode.
No, sorry, he got third with Rano.
Okay.
And, yeah. Marlon got fourth at that event.
Okay.
But Ant, he's very interesting with the apps. A lot of like kind of jump back or drift back and then forward air. Just really like trying to like outspace and plays like I was saying, a very different game than a lot of even just players like to play it. But it's still pretty enjoyable to watch as long as stuff continues to happen.
Yeah, he's super innovative, super hardworking player. You can see a lot of the movement really having leveled up, and I can't tell you how many times you can look at something Ant does and go, "Oh, he probably invented that." Like in the game, it's impressive. It's inspiring.
He's a hard ass worker, hardest working Rivals player.
No.
Chance,
no,
potentially.
that goes to the Claire and a player base. Thank you very much.
Let's talk about Stango.
Stango.
Stango. So at this event, I thought this was
Are
his
we
last
talking
hurrah.
about Stango, or are we skipping over Animal, or what?
No, Stango was the third.
Oh, dude, my bad. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Stango. I thought this was gonna be his last hurrah with the Loxodont. That was until he talked about how he's staying with the character until he gets a win with it, a major win. Which I mean, he already did a collision. If we're forgetting, but that's besides the point. But this was his last. This was pre-patch Loxodont, and then he's just stuck with it. And I like the Loxodont, man. I think it's my favorite character of his to watch. Even though he's like the Sentry Lox, as people have dubbed it, I find it very interesting. It's like clean. He's doesn't try to force a lot. I think I watched a lot more of it at the Portland event than I did at this one.
Yeah.
So it's kind of blending together. But I think there's still a lot of room for improvement, and I think we're gonna see that. I believe he's going to port priority. I'm not certain. What do you make of the Lox?
Trying to figure out how to word what I want to say without him manifesting in the chat and
he's gonna show up
being like, yo, I'm trying to think. So Stango's identity as a player throughout the lifetime of the game, I realized this. I think here's my thesis. I think he takes on a more kind of villainous role in the game.
Yeah, he's the heel.
And this was really apparent to me when he was winning with Olympia, when he was doing well at Evo, when he won Collision and won what's the other one? Supernova. So it was mainly Supernova. Like, I was watching a lot of the VODs, I was watching it live, and the Twitch chat, the sentiment was overwhelmingly like, Olympia is mega Hitler. We hate watching this. Fuck this guy by extent. And it made me think a lot more about how the casual viewer is interacting with the game. And I don't necessarily blame them for viewing Olympia in that way.
Yeah, especially like Supernova, she was broken.
Yeah, I think Stango has always been a game abuser. From his identity early on with the Zetterburn and with the Crag, two characters that when they get going are like, if freight trains were alive and capable of doing crack, is kind of what it is. And so I think it's in this way that Stango's always kind of had a more villainous sort of role in the, I guess, the meta narrative of this beautiful competition we call Rivals of Aether II. And because of this, I think the Lox suits him so well. I think that Lox as a character, like not as like a fighter, but as a character, is obviously, he's like Hitler in the game, right? He's like mega Hitler. He's like mecha Hitler. He's
Alpha Rad, I do not agree with Elephant Hitler.
Yeah.
Period.
He's a very evil character. And the way he happens to play the game, like the state he is balance-wise, the way he interacts with the game's mechanics is also very evil. Like the disjoints are crazy, the floor hugging is crazy, the grab game is absurd. He has a super move that he can camp you for if he wants. His strong attacks are really good. Up strong is like, it's like absurd. And I think that Stango himself would agree with me when I'm saying, like, this is why he started playing in the first place. I'm sure the fun is a big part of it. I'm sure this is very fun, but like, fun to him is being, I'm going to grab 3 times in a row, because if I get it, you die. And if you punish me for it, which you might not, like, it's not that bad because I'm a big elephant. So that, I guess, to summarize, I like watching it too. And I like rooting against it. I like remember that the
Aubrey
set against the Maple, the Aubrey set, and even dude, the Animal set when they turned on the crowd mics at this event, was so sick. And like, that stuff is only possible because of this role that Stango assumes, I think. So I like the Loxodont. I think he is the best Loxodont probably is very good at abusing the incredible things about him. Even though Gek did really well at this, man, we'll talk about him too briefly, but yeah, man, I like it. I hope it sticks around. If not for because it's fun to watch, and because I think they need to change some things about.
Yeah, I think they need to move some things around power wise.
Yeah,
which they've already kind of started, but we'll see where it goes. Let's talk about the bear in the room. That is our 4th place animal, who placed above his seat a little bit, but kind of not a fusion regular, but gone to a number of fusions.
Has one.
And I think is the best Daedalus pretty clearly right now.
The people think that too.
He's a grinder, and it shows.
Yeah, for sure. Animal is an old head, right? They said this was Battle of the Unks on comms for some reason. So I don't know exactly where he comes from. I think they maybe an old melee head. Either way, you're right. Serial Grinder is someone that is truly capable of beating anyone. If he gets in the groove,
right?
Why?
With one of the onlines? Because I'm just like, I'm thinking about the stuff I want to say about him. I was like, wait, did I say this to you before, or was it on the last episode of the show? And I think it was the last episode of the show when he played in the online.
Huh.
Because he had a bunch of like really good conversions with the icicles, and he played Dakpo, I think, or someone. He played a Raster. It must have been. So I think I've said a lot of already what I wanted to about Animal Daedalus, but it's cool to see him do it in person when he's not that much of a traveler.
It's super cool. It's representation for a character who's kind of a mid-level hero. I could name a lot of those other type of Daedalus players, but he's the one truly pushing Daedalus and the game to its limits, really milking out those conversions. Animal had a very good set against Ant as well in this bracket, which was very funny to watch. It devolved like, I don't want to say it evolved in like the game 5 into like, what was it on purple? Tempest, yeah. And when it went last stock, it was absolutely crazy, and Ant was throwing forward airs and shit, and it was Animal. I guess both of them were kind of.
Yeah, they both kind of throw fairs.
Yeah, dude, look at the fairs. It's so sick.
I mean, Daedalus fair is such a good move.
I gotta hit him, bro. It's really
just like
really
drift
good,
back fair. It's so safe. It's
so
unreal.
Huge, so safe.
Did they nerf it, or did I just want them to nerf it and it made it up in my head?
I think you made it up. I don't remember. I know they nerfed just as like.
Or maybe it was in like the Zeke Bingo or something for the last patch with the balance changes. That might have been what it was. Regardless, they should nerf that move. They should make it do less shield stun, but that's okay.
Yeah,
that's quite all right.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool character. He's a cool guy. We love Animal out here. Let's move on. Let's talk about our 5th place competitors, Billy Bats and Gekinga. Where should we start?
Let's talk about B-Bats, because this was kind of an underperformance from B-Bats. Well, I'd say so. Well, he's certainly he's the hometown favorite, #1 on the New York, New Jersey PR. And he was going to this, I think, expecting probably top 3, maybe with single Zox, he could have been looking at top 2, but that was not meant to be because of the likes of and because of the likes of Stango, who ended up closing. I don't remember this.
What didn't B-Bats lose to Cake? B-Bats lost to Cake.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Because Ant got the top 2 that pushed him.
Oh,
down.
sure. I see.
That was confusing way of phrasing.
Yeah,
that.
He lost to Cake and Stango for 5th. Like
shit happens. But
maybe he should have beat the Locks, but maybe a lot of people should have beat the Locks, and that's not how it works anymore. So I don't know. And also, does he even practice anymore? Why am I jawing for Billy? I thought he went to law school. I thought he's
no, he finished law school.
He finished law school.
No. Somebody else finished law school recently.
Okay.
In the Rivals community, I think B-Bats is starting law school.
Okay.
and he
I thought
could just
there was
pass.
another tournament that was like going to be like his last one or something, or not like maybe last, but I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
he's been entering.
grinding.
He's been going to fusions. He's probably not in his prime, but I mean, for the fusion, you gotta be ready for the super major.
Yeah, I guess so. But I think overall, Billy was there for a good time. I think it showed. Had a very
Certainly.
infectious energy around the venue.
Mhm.
Took an awesome picture of you, I think.
Yeah,
If memory serves.
that's correct. It's on my Twitter somewhere.
Yeah. I didn't have too much to say about the gameplay. It just kind of went out against.
I was paying a lot
against
more attention
Kick and
to
Stango. Yeah, right.
and Stango. And then we got the other Loxodont, which was Gakinga. Where are you?
I have a lot to
Yeah.
compare between Gek
Yes.
and Stango. By a lot, I mean a couple key things. And it has to do with priorities of positioning. And when we talked to Stango at Riptide, he said all the other Loxes were bad. He said they fuck around too much with the meatballs, too much with the down B, too much with the magma, when they should just be fucking upstronging, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at the gameplay, I can't help but think that is 100% true.
Yeah.
That is just to point out the differences. Not to say that Gek is an insanely swag accomplished player in his own right, but I think one of the main differences I see is when I see Stango play the Lox after an up throw, he prioritizes getting them off stage, and if he can't do that immediately, we go for up strongs on the platforms and shit. But a lot of the time, I notice this versus Aubrey, is we're just going for up throw fair. We just want them off the stage. We don't need the damage. The position of Lox being on stage or at ledge is just really, really strong because the forward air hits below ledge, which I see Stango do so much of, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Versus someone like Gek, who I think goes for a lot of meatball and down B stuff, specifically if we're talking about up throw at lower percent instead of going for maybe up strong or a fucking the other move I said, forward air. Gek likes to go for a lot of up throw eruption back air, which is a really good way to do a lot of damage really fast. It's pretty much spend your meter, get a sick back air, cash out. There we go. W gaming, right? Now I haven't paid too much attention actually. Oh, also loves down air. Like is a serial down air abuser. Gek is, which is great because it's an absurdly good move. So I think that is the first thing I would say to contrast them is what they prioritize specifically out of an up throw, where Stango is like, I need to funnel them off stage every chance we get, where Gek is much more plays the game in the moment, is like, oh, I can get a sick reverse fair, back hit, up air type shit right here. And that's really cool. Type splish. And
Type splish.
We also see in the neutral, Gek is so much more mobile. Even in this game, especially against Ham Polo, and I these players have played a lot, and it kind of shows with how much they move around each other. Gek is so goddamn fast, like, which is something you really need. Yeah, you need that especially when you're playing someone like Ham Polo, who is incredibly like ADHD. Zetterburn, like super technical, is good with the inputs, figures, oh, I can squeeze more inputs out, I can do more good things, right? And I just think that I guess I'm not trying to think anything at all. These are just like main differences. Like Gek likes to move around a lot, likes going for that eruption shit, that meatball shit, uses the specials, uses the side B in some really good spots. Very reminiscent of like someone who is at their core, has been playing Loxodont the whole game, believes in the character, can do great things with the character. And Stango is a Rivals 2 player. He's a champion. He'll get you off stage and he'll edge guard you fucking 9 times in a row if that's going to win the set. What?
I feel like you're dancing around the issue. We can just say it. Gek has more sauce. That's just how it goes.
I never
And, you
was
know,
going
and
to
that's
shy away
okay.
from that. I was never going to shy away from that. Let me make
Look,
that clear.
you see,
I
you just
was
weren't you weren't saying it. We were all thinking it. We were all thinking about how
really.
it's staying good. I mean, kind
I'm
of.
just. I would never deny that Gek has more sauce.
Of course.
Than Stango. I've never even. It's not even a question. I was just thinking more from like we're in a bracket. We're trying to win. What are the differences? How do they maneuver in and around the character? And I think that sums it up pretty nice.
As much as people call Cake Assault the operating system, I think Stango very much can fit that category as well. But maybe not about downloading his opponents, but downloading the character.
Yeah.
And Gek is just doing cool shit and doing it really, really well.
Yeah, for sure. Cool meatball back there. Yeah, but I mean, I don't have any overarching things to say about Loxodon in that respect. If I were to say anything, it's that when Lox get nerfs, Gek will be fine and Stango will drop him. So, and that's not shade. That's not shade. That sounded kind of negative.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is that he wants to show that this character's got a lot of not untapped potential, but like he's being played in a way that doesn't actually play to his absurd strengths.
Yeah.
And if those strengths go away, I think it would be understandable. I mean, Stango played so many characters at this point, and I think it's sick.
Yeah. I agree. Truly a student of the game, if anything. And yeah, let's move on. Let's talk about let's round out our top 8. Let's look at our
I don't have much to say about Hampolo. If you do anything quick or not quick, I have stuff I want to talk about. Cheesy.
I like Hampolo a lot. I like Hampolo. I like to think of him as kind of a fully realized Hyperflame. In the sense where like where they're both they're very mobile. They are slick with the recoveries. They're slick with the combos. They're great with the shines. They're very in the moment. But Hampolo's positioning is like at such a high level, and I think especially we get to see it against a lot of these, like at the Fusion Plus, a lot of these regulars. I just kind of want more, man. I want more from him. I keep thinking back when we talked to Stango at Riptide, we were like, yeah, so you're playing the winner of Adam Hampolo, and he was like, I'm playing Adam, and we were like, what? He was like, Hampolo's gonna lose, like I'm for sure. And I was like I kind of see what he's talking about though. Like I want Hampolo to break through the ceiling, you know, which I just want it. He's strong. He's very strong.
He's the strong one.
Yeah. You know what? I can tell he's paying more attention to his positioning and like punish game is that he stopped double shining all the time, which was just like way hard for no reason. It was like cool that he could do it. It was kind of his thing. But you don't see it as much as he used to. That's kind of all my stray thoughts I have about Hampolo. I'm really rooting for him. It seems super fun to watch and super chill. I want him to break through.
All right.
Talk to me.
Now, we got some footage. So Cheesy Potato. Went game 5 here against Stango, and what I will say was kind of a bit of a sloppier set from Stango than I think some of the later ones in this tournament. But regardless, Cheesy Potato's been on the rise, and I'd say this is a top 8 at a major for my money.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is, I believe, a first. This is a first for her in Rivals 2. She was, one of, I think, the best Crag at the end of Rivals 2 in the last RCS or Rivals 1 in the RCS rankings.
How good was MSB?
Was it MSB?
How good was it? I don't know. Those are the two names.
No, MSB was very good.
MSB was definitely like top 10, but I don't know comparing them. I don't know. Cheesy's really good. We talked about this on the last episode. The rise of Cheesy. How we've noticed she's been getting better and better, slowly but surely, going from 33rds to 25ths to these consistent 9ths to breaking through to this major top 8.
Now I do want to say something that I feel like compared to the other Crags, she doesn't have quite as much of an identity with the character. Like I think about Zeus to Goose. I think about those down throws at ledge, and just like looking for that blood in the water, going for that read, and then just taking your stock for it. Ion, it feels a lot more like in your
Ion
face.
always feels like he's lying to you when he's. I don't know if you feel this. I feel like I watch Ion and he's like dash dancing innocently, but you can tell he's like
That's a great way of
looking
putting
for
it.
that subtlety, that little jam up in the movement. Maybe you flicker a shield and then he grabs you and he fucking what's the word? He kills you. Is what I'm looking for there. Yeah, it always feels like he's trying to lie to me, trying to deceive me, but he's actually way more dangerous.
And then there's ZB who's still all about doing silly things. There's a clip in a yet to be released Wisely short that I was working on where he talks about how he doesn't like play like heavies. He doesn't play characters because they're good or they're this archetype. He does stuff that wants to confuse your opponent, and that's very much still true for ZB at this stage in the game. Though I think it's not as effective as it was early on. And Cheesy, I feel like, doesn't quite have her identity with the character yet.
Sure.
And it's possible that like in this end that her identity was with Rivals 1 Crag.
Yes.
And that's not to take away from her like improving greatly at the game, but it's just like it's maybe something that might stand in her way of the top. And something I've been observing as I'm watching her.
That's something I was gonna say is like there was a very clear Cheesy Potato identity in Rivals 1. And however you didn't even have to watch any of the brackets. You could just watch them fucking derive videos and
shit, please,
where they're just fucking around.
Yeah, the $1 trillion money match.
yeah. And I think I remember feeling early on into the game's release that there was going to be an adjustment period for her, that she didn't look exactly as comfortable in a game like this with ledges and shields and whatnot. So I think she's kind of started from behind compared to a lot of other players like coming in from way similar games like P Plus and freaking the other one. And so I think I just think that she'll get there and that she has been getting there and that her contributions go way beyond what you see in a 7th place finish. She made this event possible. No
real shit.
No real splish. No stretching out.
Real splish. This doesn't happen without her.
Her
not
a
Solar
chance.
Beam as well, of course.
Yes. Her and Solar Beam.
While we're on the topic of Cheesy Potato, this doesn't happen if they don't manifest the first 2 fusion majors.
Never.
And then they bring this together. Zeke. I was talking to Zeke at the event. This is if you have anything actually about Cheesy to wrap up before I go.
Did I forget what I was just about to say? Go for it.
Getting there. Okay. I was talking to Zeke at the start of the event while you were doing some friendlies, and they were talking about. I was like, I love how this like all kind of just started from a bit. And now we're here. Now it's real. Now we have these awesome badges. It's a real ass event. And Zeke was like, we've been cooking some stuff up, which makes me think that there's gonna be more to. I mean, there's gonna be more installments of Fusion Plus. I'm sure. But I just stuff to look forward to in a pretty awesome region of Rivals.
Some are saying the best.
I would probably pound for pound, probably the best.
Pound for pound.
And they just have such a strong community. I mean, like the Fusion locals are like they're
like the standard,
like Rivals local. It doesn't come close. That's why we have this, because they had such a strong in-person scene, and it's really, really cool. And I think it's easy to be like almost like envious of this scene, but it's more so like this is the standard. This is what we all want from our local scenes, is to be a fusion, Yeah, it's awesome.
Pretty much. Yeah, I think it's inspiring. Like we to tie it back into the actual bracket, like, which you could argue might not have been. Maybe the main event was the damn pinata. But it's like it's inspiring to see a player like Cheesy Potato commit so much and to be improving at this rate while building something as special as allowing for this to happen. Of course, with the gracious Solar Beam, whose time is coming soon, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed. The Solar Beam's time is coming soon. And the lovely people
die?
at... No.
Oh,
he's gonna win. It might cost him his life, but he will win. But it's no, it's super inspiring. Setting the gold standard, building something. The gold standard, the wonderful people at Collision Series TV who like do more than just this. They run Bay State Beatdown, Extreme Beat.
They
run
Beatdown, yeah. Whatever local Ant goes to in like Alabama or whatever.
I don't know.
They stream that one too.
I've never seen that in my life. Yeah. So that's great. What a lovely way to finish up our Fusion Plus recap.
Yeah. A great event, a good time. Can't wait for the next one. And you will be there at the next event. You'll be at the next Fusion Plus.
You'll just be there.
Fusion Plus X2. Streets are calling it.
That's crazy.
That would be great. That would be great. All right. You were saying we might get to the power rankings in under an hour. It's been almost an hour, and we're moving on to the much smaller of the two events these past, I guess there were 3 events this past 2 weeks, and that is Portland Retro Gaming Expo, which was ended up being a bit controversial. I don't know if that's the right word, but there's some discussion online, mainly from BBATs, about like how it's a small event, but it counts for so many points. When there was literally Fusion that had way more people, but this was still a very, very stacked event. Well,
didn't Fusion counted for points? Yeah,
Fusion did count for points, not as much as this does.
Oh, not as much. Okay.
The side events, because this is an official one. There was a pot bonus, all that good stuff. But
yeah, I think it was a weird one. It was a weird one from the get-go, because we looked through the R2CS plans, we looked at it, and I've been in the plat fight community for a very long time, and this is not a tournament I had heard of ever, which apparently it has been running for more than just this year.
This is a tournament, I think the only one so far, as we've been doing this show, that I have known about that you haven't, because this was
knew about this before.
Yes,
they announced it for,
because they had Rivals 2 at this last year, and they
they did it.
Yeah, they did, and this is a like, I don't know, a Rivals staple. It's been Rivals has been there for a while. I think just because it's close to like Washington, where a lot of the Rivals team is based, or at least Dan's based. I don't actually know if a lot of them is accurate. So guys, I have no idea.
Our retro level, our Pangolin in chat asks, are Retro Expo and Level Up Expo the same thing? No. Level Up Expo is a Connecticut tournament, I do believe. I don't think they're affiliated in any way. It's yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, we could talk about, what we didn't talk about with Cake and Fusion Plus is that he's won another major event, and with this he's
that's true
won too.
Wait, he's back. Wait,
but the asterisk, no Olympia. There was no Ion in his way.
Oh, there was no Ion.
No Stango Olympia.
No Stango Olympia. No Pluff
Although
Olympia.
I guess he was beating Ion's Olympia.
He was, yeah.
We could let him, but no Stango Olympia in his way. No Pluff. But that's like whatever. I think it's safe to say Cake Assault's back. He's out of the slump. He beat Sophie twice and Stango at this event. It's I don't know. He could be back.
I mean, he's back. He's back. We don't need to
listen.
Back. You win 2 majors back-to-back weeks, you're back. Like, that's just how it works. But every time we talk about this like wider lens, like, is Cake Assault back? Like, where are the Olympias? I'm just like, dude, what's Plup going to next? Do we know?
Probably Genesis, bro.
Because what
else is there? There's nothing else.
We'll talk about it more with the rankings, but there was some controversy.
Yeah, we'll get there.
A split. We'll get there. It's oh man, Cake is back. If anything, it was proved to me after he won the grands against Ant. Just being able to have that
Yeah.
reset. I don't know, maybe pulled Zeke aside. It was like, yo, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, I don't think he even needs that.
I
I don't
don't
think he needs the
think
post-save
so. I
coaching.
also
I think he's just got it like that.
I don't think it matters if he needs it, because the
Yeah.
fact that he has those adaptations and the game plan is malleable enough to change it and then just kind of dumpster the run back like
Mhm.
friggin' 20 minutes later. That's pretty crazy to me. So I think he's back. I think he's in form. I think he's good. I think
I think so
Forsburn's
too.
good. He's
I think
also he's
Forsberg's
doing
pretty
really
good.
good. He's been silently innovating a lot of things. I saw him do I don't know if you see him do. He did I saw him tech chase with combust, which I thought was really
Yes.
awesome. Just like stuff like that, like the drop
Is that a good
ledge, Z
save?
drop, wall jump, nair is really good. He's been using a lot of nair really well off the stage because it is like Forsburn's best move to send outward and to kill. I think he's back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's facing forward.
he's pretty much back.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
he's
that
back.
is what I mean. Yeah. And it's really
And
active.
then
Not that back air isn't really active, but
and
they're different. So
you know who else is back? What
please.
some might even say primed up.
Oh.
The other individual on our screen right now, the Sofilo,
Mm-hmm.
getting a nice second place. And the thing about this tournament is that if you squint, it just looks like a hop on. And I
Yeah.
think that speaks
No, for
more
sure.
to
Because
how
yeah.
stacked the hop-ons are than what was at this event. Because we had
Yeah.
Cake, we had Stango, but like Sophie Elkies,
Sophie
Key Mystery
Elke's
Soul,
Keeb
Elkies
Saw
Gengar.
Step. Saw Step.
I've seen all of these a
Yeah.
million billion times.
Yep.
Um,
It was
but
truly
anyways,
a hop on, yeah.
it's the hop on major.
Yeah.
um, I want to talk about Sophie. I want to talk about Sophie in this grand finals because in this opening game of grands, she has an insane stock and then like kind of SDs or insane almost stock. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
And then she's just like kind of out of it for the rest of the game, and then we go back to the stage later, and she just three stocks Cake on it, and she's got, she's so good, and all the ways that we've kind of talked to death. So
Yeah.
there it is, and then
There it
she's just
is.
kind of out of it. She gets two stocked in this game.
Mm.
I think mental has been a struggle with her. Especially she'll often like post game tweet, but then like she's kind of over it later. But I'm curious how in the short term those emotions, those thoughts can affect her play, because I think that's very
Mm.
much manifested in this game specifically against Cake. But otherwise, a really good run from her. A very nice set against Stango. I will say there was a lot of moments where I felt like the pressure was really being put on her by that elephant, but she managed to find
She's
herself
really good
on
against
top of a
locks.
lot of the scrappy scenarios. She's played a lot of locks.
She's really good against locks. Hashtag thank you, Mustard. Thank
Mhm.
you. There's a Mister
Potatoes,
Loxodon, isn't there? Potatoes,
Mister.
true. I thought there was like a Lox that started with Mister from their region, but I can't recall off the top of my head. So maybe I'm
Mhm.
lying. But mustard and potatoes. Shout out. Shout out those two.
The
Yeah.
food she's eating good.
Yeah. Lot of great experience and able to triumph in that losers finals 3-1. But
Mhm.
how did Elkies do? I didn't catch any of her sets.
Elkies did pretty good. I only watched the sets I watched her Gengar set, and
Mm,
which was actually very impressive because they have gone back and forth quite a bit. But
yeah.
like Elkies was just all over Gengar
Oh.
in this like the off stage. Let me pull up the set. Um, the off stage from her was just overwhelming. It felt like she had Gengar's number at every single turn, which is really nice to see. And those two have played quite a bit. If I can find the dang set.
It's like earlier. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of rematches, so I was confused. Had a close set
Yeah, okay.
against Sophie in winner's side. Where are we, man? Where are we? Okay, it's right here. Oh, that's his keep.
No, it's
Wait, did I
not.
go too far? And that's keep so okay, wait. Okay, so I think it was before this. Yes. There we go. Um The first set against Sophie was pretty close. The second one was not so much. Sophie got primed up in the interim, but I think this was a very strong showing from Elkies. I think she's always been pretty good in this region, and I think it's more interregionally that she can struggle, but
Yeah.
nothing to be upset about by any means. A nice fourth place finish, one of her highest that she's gotten at an event of this caliber. And I don't want to take away just because it was like, oh, it's just a hop on, the hop on major.
I mean, yeah,
It was a great
you
showing.
you look at the players above her, and it's like, oh, okay, you know,
fair enough.
it's all right, it's all good. Yeah, cool. I have nothing else to say. I only watched like top 3.
Let's talk
briefly.
about Keeb Mystery Soul.
Okay.
Is the other thing I want to highlight, because Mystery Soul, who's historically kind of the final boss of the PNW,
Yeah.
goes out in an interesting fashion against Keeb. So goes up 2-0.
I saw the
in
tweets
the
about
Fleet
this.
Ditto.
I saw the tweets about this. Yeah.
Then switches to the Galvan in an admittedly quite close game number 3. This could have been Mystery Soul 3-0 with the Galvan, but
why would you do
close
this?
it out. Then loses game 4 and 5 back in the Fleet Ditto. And it's interesting. Mystery Soul hasn't been playing as much as he used to. I imagine also playing a lot of Gavin before this event. But it was definitely an upset result, a huge win for Keeb, and putting a lot more notice, because did win in the Fleet Ditto twice, which I think is a feat, because Mr. Soul, one of the best fleets in the world, top 2 with BBATs there. So going out at 7 for Mystery Soul is a little surprising, but the fashion in which it happened is like kind of questionable.
Here's what I'll say. We all saw the tweets. Mystery Soul tweeting out like there was a first event Mystery Soul competed in where he had like a supreme lack of sleep the night before, and said it really affected his play, maybe affected the decision making in terms of counter picking. But here's what I will say is, when a player is up 2-0 and the O2 player wins game 3, doesn't really matter how. Could have been an SD, could be a character switch like this. All of a sudden, you're playing a different mental game of the door has been opened. Suddenly, they believe really hard. In an ideal, all the competitors at this level, you go down 0-2, you win game 3. All of a sudden, you are giving absolutely everything. You are pedal to the metal. The door is open. Like nothing more to lose, because you thought you were going to lose anyway.
You're on house money.
Depending on the thing, house money, pedal to the metal. I imagine that's how a lot of this game, the games 4 and 5, when Keeb was able
would
to
like to say real quick
on it.
For the viewers to pay attention while you're doing this. Mystery Soul goes off stage here at 54% and doesn't truly make it back. Oh no, sorry, it was an interaction.
The next time he goes off,
went too far.
Let's talk about
here. It is. Yeah, so
man.
Gavin
no double jump, side B high. Oh no, we side B low. Gets covered. No.
Yeah, right. Just grab ledge, but then immediately
swings off ledge. You have to side B. So much fucking end lag. Oh no. Yeah.
Anyway,
he's not great. Great. Craig lives that. Is all I'm saying. Pretty much any Snapchat is all I'm gonna say. Okay, man. Talk to me. Is it break time?
No, it is not. No, bro didn't look at the doc.
Wait, what?
But shout out also to Gengar and Sawstep for making their top 8s. There's a few more things that happened.
Bro, we already talked about the fusion though.
We did already talk about the fusion and Polo, so we don't really need to talk about that. And I don't have much else to say about Luminosity makes moves other than that. Guys, remember, this happened, and it was the same. It was the same time as the fusion major. Acorn did get a solid win. Nog, backpack, Apple Wiz, but so a good win for Acorn. He's been on the rise.
Very good win for Acorn.
Gavin winning fusion. I guess that's about it. And we have a few more events coming up to quickly mention before we go to break.
The Netherlands, the Nether. Remember that?
Yes.
Remember the Minecraft movie? No one remembers the
Been
Minecraft
there.
movie.
Never watched
Wow.
it. We got Arrival in the UK. Rivals only event with a lot of the top players in
All the names.
EU, Nalax, Guthix,
Even
Tenquich,
Guthix.
used on Spider. It should be good. Then we got on Halloween tournament in the Netherlands. Let's see,
Somnio
attendees.
Noctum.
Those 2 singles. They also have, I think, a crew battle or something. No, they have an Iron Man side event.
That's cool. That's
which
cool.
is very, very
Dude,
cool.
Rivals 2 Iron Mans are hard.
I gotta learn Master. So I can do them, and I'm not stuck for. I just gotta learn some kill confirms, and then one more event that's going to be over in NA before our next episode is Port Priority 9. Oh wait, is it before our next episode?
When is it? 8th to 9th?
No, it won't be.
It won't be.
I thought it was first, second. Then we're good. Then it won't be. Then it won't be before our next episode. All right, we're gonna go to a quick break, get some water.
When we get back,
the
much awaited, much anticipated Rivals of Aether, Wrong Tree, Community, top 15 players revealed before your very eyes. It's going to be controversial. The data is insane. I tallied up all the points today. You won't believe what I found.
You'll never guess.
You'll never guess.
Number 1.
You'll never guess where Recupid is on this list.
All right, we'll be back in like a 5 or so.
Be back in 5, yeah.
One. And we are
Yep. Is this thing on?
testing. Testing.
Interesting.
Where's
Yo,
the what? Where's
it's time.
text? Not up. Hang on. Sorry.
Oh.
Why is there no text? Where'd it go?
You messed up the element? Oh fuck. What if there's no players?
I found it. I found the text. Why did it become so big?
And also go down.
I don't.
All right,
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, just replace it. Just replace it. Cool.
Year one. Okay. Oh, hang on. I want to find. Sorry. Apologies.
We're doing a YouTube intro, by the way. So we're just getting everything all figured out. So we do a YouTube intro.
Okay. All right, folks. About exactly 1 year ago, the day before Rivals released, we did a power rankings of who we thought were the top players at the time. We did our top 10 Rivals players of the beta, and now it's been a year. I could maybe zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, I was.
No, I can't.
Yeah,
not really.
You can't. That's crazy. You full screen.
Yeah. And now, wow, this is a little trippy. And now it's been a year of Rivals 2, and things have changed a little bit. Some things have stayed the same, but most things have changed. So we asked our community to help us make a power rankings for Rivals 2 year one.
Yeah, so it worked pretty simple. We made a Google form with space for people to rank their top 20 players throughout the first year. We took these players based on a variety of criteria, being I mean, you can read it all pretty much. It's pretty much players who have top 8 at a major, more or less. Players who have top 8 at a major, players who are top 50 in R2CS points on the official R2CS page, and Recupid. Because
and
dude,
Hungrybox. You also put Hungrybox in there.
And Hungrybox. I thought LACS, I thought that was good enough. I don't know.
He didn't. I don't think he didn't top 8 that either.
Yeah, no, you're right. He didn't. He went 0-2, didn't he? Yeah. So Recupid and Hungrybox. But only one person voted for Hungrybox on anything, which I had to.
And he did it twice.
Delete their response.
Why does this keep moving? What is happening?
That's crazy. Does it have a mind of its own? That's crazy.
Know.
So pretty much we had these players and we let people rank them 1 through 20. And based on where you put them in your ranking with your submission, they gained a certain amount of points. So the number one player on your submission would gain 20 points. The number 2 would gain 19, number 3, 18, and it went all the way down to the 20th player you submitted who would receive 1 point. So pretty simple stuff. Today, for about an hour, I went through every response and I added up all the points manually with my awesome calculator. And don't worry, there are no errors. There were errors, but now there's not. I've fixed them all. So we had 37 submissions, which is more than I thought, specifically because I didn't reach out to anyone. Like I said, I would.
Said you were
Shit happens. I was gonna I had a list of people I was gonna DM, be like, "Hey, tell your friends, like, do this." But I still thought we were gonna cap out. I was like 25 submissions or something. But I'm happy with this number.
Shout out to Matthew Newhite, last talk, giving us a little shout out in their latest vid on the patch. Got us a couple more, but yeah, I was definitely happy with how many people responded. And then, maybe next time we do this, which will either be next year, or maybe we'll do one for the end of the RCS season to do like our own like community instead of whatever the points in the panel dictates. Could be fun.
But what's important to remember is a pretty small sample size, I think.
Small sample
even
size.
For a small community. But I think the results are really interesting and worth talking about for sure. So without further ado,
it's fun. Let's check out what we got here. It's moving in between. Wait, what?
Oh, it moves like with the scene switch.
I don't know how that would happen, but it's whatever.
It was that's funny. All right.
Yes, we've got our top 15 here. So we're gonna reveal these top 15. Sorry, like 15 through 11, 10 through 6, and then we're gonna go one by one for the last ones because doing any more would have been really annoying for me. So Wait, we already both know this. I was gonna say if we have any predictions, but we both have seen it.
we
I don't
we
actually
both have
totally
seen the
remember.
thing. Yeah. Um, I mean, but going into this, so going into
Yeah,
this, I thought top 7 was locked, and
me too.
it was not.
It was
Apparently,
not,
I thought
according
top
to the people.
3 was locked, and apparently it's not. So things got a little bit crazy, but it's all explainable. It all makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
So
so I mean, let's get into it. Let's look at who our 15 through 11 are. We've got from going 15 upwards: Sandstorm, Beastly, Elky, Zoostagoose, ZB. Did anything stand out to you here? Because
yes,
some does a little. Yeah,
or
talk to me.
I just wanted to point out that Zeus and Elkies were 1 point apart. I think
Wow.
Zeus had 236 points and Elkies had 235. If something like that, they're 1 point apart. So I guess the
Hmm.
specific doesn't really matter. All of pretty much 13 through like 9 were really tight. They were within like 60 to 80 points, which in the grand scheme of this whole list was very, very close. Um, I think people are underrating Beastly because he had a
I
slum.
100% agree. I mean, not even a slump. He just like kind of didn't
He
really
just kind of
play or try.
quit. Yeah, yeah.
But when he did play and try, he was super super good.
But I guess it
He's
makes
got
sense.
Kakasol win.
He has a Kakasol win. I guess it makes sense because he didn't try that much. I mean, we can name what 2 tournaments he did really well at, right? Which
Yep,
was
Battle of BC,
Battle of
Riptide.
BC and the most recently Riptide, where he got second and third. So
But also top eighted Genesis.
yeah,
Um, top eighted something else in there.
definitely did well in an online, at least like an early on the online.
Yeah,
I can't
he's
remember.
the
They all
first one to
blend
be
together,
recognized in
but
bronze.
yeah. So if anything, I would say I think Beastly is low, but I do think he's kind of a player that maybe not a lot of the casual competitive viewer base would like really try to sink their teeth into, like look
Yeah,
on and analyze and follow the journey. So it does make sense in that regard. I
I
would
think so.
say I was praying with all of my entire being that ZV would be top 10.
Hmm.
I
I
in
think he's
fact
so 11th though. I think I put him 11th.
I put him 10th. I would not accept any lower. I like move my list around him being 10th.
There's
Uh,
so many good players. I think
right?
Sandstorm's a little low, but I also think he was kind of a late addition. So if we're talking over the course of the full first year of Rivals 2, I think displacement
Yeah.
kind of makes sense for him.
I think it does make sense. I think Sandstorm is pretty perfect. Another thing in the data was that Sandstorm had like past the top like 9, everything got pretty sporadic. Like the pie chart of who picked what started to look really even amongst a bunch of different things. Sandstorm
Mhm.
had 7 votes for 14th, which is like more than most people were getting
Interesting.
for any rank below like number 8. Which I thought was really interesting. So I think this is kind of perfect. I think he 100% deserves to be on the list. Incredible player,
Oh,
but also
certainly.
doesn't have the peaks of the people above him.
How
Um,
much you sent me the point totals
yeah,
earlier? I wonder how much he was he made the cut by. 10 points above 16, who 16 was Mystery Soul.
yeah,
I can't believe he didn't make the cut.
yeah. I want to say some of this is like I think Elkies had shooters out here. I think Elkies had a lot of
He's had like
people throw
3
her
people
like
that put her
really high.
first, which is really, really funny.
Not to call
Um,
her boosted or anything, but yeah.
I put her around. I put her a little lower than this, I think. Which is tough because she's my favorite player to watch. But
I don't even know
anyways,
if she was on my list, but
Zeus, I think, is I've had him higher, if I recall. Oh no, I didn't actually, because
yeah,
he
but
just hasn't gone to that much. I had him
yeah,
actually
he
pretty
hasn't gone
low.
to that much. He doesn't have the he hasn't I feel like he hasn't played at his peak at an offline or
No,
relevant tour. When I think about Zeus
like
to
ninth
Goose and
and
I think about
fifth.
this menacing actual demon, I think about the Zekles, which
Oh yeah, when he's
unfortunately
mhm.
don't really count for anything.
No,
Um, but
it's been like
like
the smaller results. I think the other thing we get with this is it's a lot of like name recognition that happens. I
right.
think that's why Beastly's a little lower. Like obviously people know who
Yeah.
Beastly is, but like to the average person or even the average person that this poll found their way across. Like it's they're not diving deep. They're not looking at all the different results. They're thinking about like, all right, who do I remember from the past year? And I think Beasley down here makes sense given all that because he's also still really good enough to get this top 15 spot.
Yeah. I think the perception is really important of these players, and I think we'll see a lot of that more when we get into top 5, because like the general demographic of the respondents, I think, was maybe like 1/3 like top player names you'd know, and then maybe
Mhm.
2/3 people whose tags I didn't recognize and that I put in my mind as more of like a someone who watches competitive, but maybe more casually, isn't like a
Yeah.
diehard, watches all the things. So I think that perspective is really important when we get into our top 5.
Mhm.
But nothing else I really wanted to say about this.
All right, well then let's talk about our 10 through 6. We have again from 10 up Rongunshu, Ant, Spargo, Marlin, Ion. This kind of checks out for me. I think Ant was a little
Really,
higher than I expected, but a
really,
lot of these players I think fit within this 6th through 10th range that like maybe swapping some things out with the upper ones with the lower ones make a lot of sense.
right.
Um, I think Marlin's low, but I'm also not complaining about that necessarily.
Sure. I think I didn't expect Ron Gunchu to be this high, honestly. I think
Really.
actually, like it does make sense. I'm thinking Ron Gunchu is a player that got some mileage off of the name recognition in this. Like Ron Gunchu is kind
Hmm.
of like the gold standard of Clarin play right now, and has been since Boyko fell
Poco,
off.
yeah.
Which Boyko was top 20 on this list, by the way. I think like 17th or something, which made me really happy. But I think Ron Gochu's constantly been punching up, fighting, trying to make it happen. Um, but I don't know. It's weird. It's kind of like a sine wave compared to someone like ZB right below him, who we would say is a very consistent fourth, fifth, seventh place player. Like in the
Hmm.
terms of the major top eights, Ron Gunchu, we've seen Ron Gunchu bow out at ninth place, have to fight Cake Assault for seventh place. We've also seen Ron
Hmm.
Gunchu go the distance, win some of those online brackets in the
Yeah.
early days and in the later days. From like the very beginning of the
Yeah.
game, I remember Ron
Well,
Gunchu's
he
win
got
over
first at the
Ion
qualifying coin box.
for
He got
LACS. Yeah.
for LACS. Then he got like second to B bats for the Evo qual.
Hmm.
But he hasn't won anything.
Right.
And the highest in person that he's got at a major is third at Gommel.
Right.
And otherwise, the results have been like kind of, not hit or miss. He's usually at least hitting, but like when he gets to that upper echelon, I know Boyko talked about how he deals with the tournament nerves. And I think that's definitely a contributing factor that I think he is, like you were saying, the gold standard of Claren play, despite being the second highest rated Claren on this list,
Right.
which we could talk about Spargo right
I
now.
think, well, here's what I'll say is I like the tournament nerves narrative for Ongochu. It's super real. It's been super real. It was most real at LACS when he
Yeah.
kind of not like bombed out, but the play was clearly a miss. And since then has grown a lot in this last year. Definitely one of the more visible improvements from like a player standpoint. And I think not having that win really hurts him, but he is someone that I know can be that top 5 quality. And what's interesting to me, someone who also hasn't won anything is the player right above him, Ant, who I think people like a lot because Ant has been popping with the ABSA in these past few months.
Ant's interesting because he doesn't enter a ton, but when he does, it feels like almost like an upset just because like, oh, like it's Ant, he hasn't played in a tournament in a while. What's he gonna
Yeah.
do? He's on the new character. And then he shows up and he's getting like top 4 every time he enters. What third at CEO, fourth at Collision,
Mm,
and then second at Fusion Plus.
yeah. I
He's
think this past
insane.
Fusion Plus, the era of Ant coming in and getting upsets might be gone. Like
I agree.
Ant's here to stay, man.
He will
Ant's here to
be
stay.
he's going to be at Port Priority, which I guess we'll talk about in the next episode. But that's going to be very exciting. I'm so curious to see what kind of damage he can do in the
He,
Pacific Northwest.
he's definitely. I think he's the type of player. I just wanted to say real quick before we move off him is like, I'm thinking about the idea that someone could be carried by matchup inexperience. And I think it's very true. Ant is winning a lot of interactions because people haven't put in the due time. There aren't really
Yeah.
ABSAs as good as him to practice with. But I do want to say that's not something I'm really worried about either. We talked about earlier in this episode how Ant has invented so many things with ABSA and put them on display at the top level. I think he's just going to keep going with that. I don't expect the adaptations
100%.
to stop. I'm not worried about it at all. Let's talk about Spargo, who's actually really interesting to me.
Spargo's very, I mean, he came onto the scene at LMBM back in January to a hot second place, has a Cake Assault win at Supernova. He's been a little quiet since then, just hasn't really entered. But
yeah,
he's such an interesting player. 5th at Evo. Didn't have another second in there. Second at Gommel, obviously, where he damn near took the whole thing.
Really good placements, really good wins. And this is someone who, if you asked me 2 months ago, top 5 players, I would have had Spargo as 4th.
Yeah, same. Up. I mean, we did in the Evo predictions video. I think we had him like 4 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah, he got 5th, right?
Yes, he got 5th. I think you actually had him like 3rd. Or no, you had him 2nd.
I had him a 2nd to Plop at Gommel or at Evo. Yeah, I did.
But regardless,
he's a player you could like. Here's the thing: is you could argue like 8 might be too low for someone with as good placements as Spargo, and you look at the players above him, and it's like, whoa.
And we're gonna when I almost want to talk about Ion Marlin with the top 5, as well as Spargo, because we get into the territory. Spargo and one player that made the top 5 are the only ones to make it to this position without a major win.
Yeah,
which is really interesting.
It's obvious that, like you say, no major win, but it's obvious that Spargo is a consistent contender, which I think is the difference between. So, like, he's having these game 9 grand finals with Cake Assault. His very first major, LMBM, went game 5 against Cake Assault after coming in, beating the brakes off of ZB, beating the goddamn out of Boyko in the Ditto. Spargo beat Rongunchu at Gommel as well, like beating these very experienced top level players. Spargo's always in contention. I thought,
I
think
100%.
that if he continues to enter, like it's only a matter of time. So that and it's that way. I think that he is grouped up.
I'm not entirely sure I agree.
Really?
Because I think Spargo still feels like
chance.
He's kind of. I don't think he's missed his chance, but I don't think it's a matter of time either. I think Spargo, even at Supernova, still felt like he's playing kind of the same way he was from like all the way back at LMBM. I think he's a lot more polished and starting to really try to do the things that the engine allows him to abuse. But I think we were talking about earlier about how Stango is like abusing what his characters can do in Rivals 2.
Yeah.
And I just never really saw that with Spargo.
Really?
I don't think so. No.
He does kind of like he likes to shield a lot, and he likes to top player people a lot, which is just beating them straight up. But I would say, like, when I saw him fighting, I don't remember if it was Plup or Sandstorm or Stango. He fought in Olympia at Evo. I think it was Stango. And he also did fight Sandstorm. I remember I was watching that earlier. I was impressed with the combo trees and combo routes that he pulled out because they're so unique to Olympia. I think that showed to me his willingness to continue to learn new things about the game and to keep playing it. So I don't think it's like a shoo-in that he's going to get a major win if he keeps playing. But I think if he keeps dedicating the time like he has previously, then I think it's a matter of then I think he will.
I think if he's putting in the work in this game, then I think he can definitely do it in this, maybe even before the R2CS season finishes. I'm not sure what he's playing in, though, is the thing.
Didn't he?
But a lot of
Yeah,
these
that is the
players
thing. Is a lot of
are
he was entering a
continuing
lot
to
of
innovate.
events. He was entering a lot of events that alt was at, where he was at them for alt anyway. And that's
Yeah.
not to say he wasn't trying or practicing, because he was for Rivals. It was very obvious. But it's clear he's going to stuff for alt and then entering Rivals kind of as another thing. And there just haven't been. I don't know if he soft quit alt. I think he might have soft retired from Ultimate.
Maybe.
But I don't.
Which,
But he also has been.
if that's the case, then I think he's got a much better shot in these coming months.
Right. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's talk about Marlon just a little bit, who has a signature. Another ADHD player, likes pressing a lot of buttons.
Yeah.
And I think is someone we would have expected to see higher on this list earlier in this year.
Oh, definitely. I
Right.
mean, he was our number one in the beta PR that we did.
Right.
The one that was just you and I.
Mhm.
But I don't think he hasn't won an in-person thing since Battle of BC, since before the
Since Battle of
R2CS
BC.
started.
Right.
He won 2 online tournaments, 1 online tournament. I know,
I think
yeah,
2.
2, because he beat Zeus in one. He beat Zeus in the Hungry Games. He beat
Mhm.
Sophie in the Evo qualifier, and then he got 4th at Evo. But he's been kind of quiet since,
Yeah.
and even
Has been
around
definitely quiet.
then, what 5th at Gommel, 4th at CEO, and
Yeah.
he has not played since.
I think
So I don't know.
those middling placements kind of hurt the maybe public perception, when the expectation is that Marlon should be in the grand finals for a lot of things. And then when you fall flat, I remember like Gommel was kind of an iconic tournament for many, many reasons.
Yeah.
And Marlon losing to Spargo and Cake for 5th was one of them. And I mean, had a very impressive losers run, I will say, at Evo, losing in pools to Recupid, and then running it back up.
Snubbed for top 15.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I think, yeah, has definitely kind of mellowed out, quieted down as a player. And I don't know really what to expect next, honestly. So,
Yep. All right,
keep it
moving
pushing.
on to someone. Ion's interesting.
Ion's very interesting.
Very, very interesting. Had really great performances at the start, with winning 2 coin boxes, top 4 at LACS, and then there's been a lot of tournaments where he's, I think, underperformed the expectations that were set from that really, really strong early on performance. I'm thinking about the 9th at Evo, I think 9th at Genesis, maybe 13th at Genesis. I think it must have been 9th.
Yeah, lost to Plup.
Plup and
ZB, yeah.
I think that must have been for 9th.
Hmm.
But then, of course,
yeah,
that has changed with Riptide, which was what I think my favorite tournament of the whole year by far. Yeah. Where he clutched out in such intense fashion over Cake Assault. And so I think I found a lot of difficulty ranking him, because I wanted to put him really high. I wanted to put him with all the other players who had won majors, but I ended up putting him a little lower, and we see him just slightly lower than the rest who had won majors. But I think this rank makes a lot of sense for him.
Yeah, I think you'd be remiss to find him any lower than 6th. I personally think he's top 5. I think he's like top 4 caliber when he's playing.
You actually didn't think he was top 5, but we'll get to that when we go through our lists.
Okay, yeah. We'll get No, I think in his soul. In David's soul, there lies a top 5 player. And no, what's hard about Ion is post Genesis, pre Evo, did not enter very much at all. That spring and summer was kind of missing, and made it really exciting for me when he came back. Maybe entered a few events. We saw him at Majors Mansion or
Majors Mansion, they won. Saw him at Smash Camp.
Yeah, Smash Camp.
They didn't go to any of the majors because they were all like East Coast.
Right. And I think like it made it really exciting for me to see him back entering stuff like in full effect when Evo came to town. and then bowed out at 9th. It was an unfortunate dude, Evo bracket was tough, but we don't need to get into like
I
the
think he was
nuance of like that
13th at
stuff.
Evo, actually.
Really?
I believe he lost to Marlin for 13th.
Yeah. Sometimes you lose to Marlin for 13th,
Sometimes
bro.
you lose to Marlin for 13th.
It's
Shout
a
out to
fucked world.
Cupid again.
So that didn't like really move the needle for me in terms of like when we were I was expecting Ion to get 5th at Evo. Like easily. I remember that. I thought he could have gotten 3rd.
I thought he could have.
Sure.
Yeah, top 3 Evo.
And then came out showing in full effect with the duo of, or I guess trio if you want to call it, of Olympia, Crag, and Zetterburn at Riptide. Wonderful. Yeah.
You could call it that, yeah.
Yeah, you could call
Evo,
it that.
So
it's crazy. It's crazy.
He showed up, won through a crazy winter side, then the reset with the 2 characters was super impressive. I think that'll bring us
one of my favorite players to watch on this list.
Oh,
easily.
100%.
Easily.
And there's some bias. There's some bias for him being one of my favorite players to watch.
Maybe.
But that's cool. I'm cool with that. I like him.
That's all good.
Cool guy.
Let's move on, shall we?
All right. Now we're gonna start going one by one for the rest of this top 5. And this 5th place one is interesting to me because we were talking about earlier. Spargo hasn't won a major. A lot of second places, a lot of contentions. But our next player in 5th also hasn't, with the exception of the online. That's B-Bats. But I think this is a pretty deserved top 5. I had him lower, but I'm curious, what do you think made the people put B-Bats at 5th?
Recency bias. I'll say it. I'm not trying. Okay. I'm not even out here trying to fight. But B-Bats is a player that has really leveled up over the course of Rivals 2's first year, making the jump over from Melee. Now pretty much plays this as his main game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Billy is someone that is constantly in touching distance, has been in the grand finals, won the Evo qualifier over Rangunshu to go to Evo in the first place. And then, do we remember his placement at Evo? I don't off the top of my head.
7th, I believe.
Got a 7th at Evo. 5th. Not bad at all. I think it was 7th.
Yeah.
It's someone who's constantly fighting, scrapping at the top, ready to make it happen. And it's that consistency and that hunger and just like the fact that like most of his sets, I think, are not close. Like most of the sets he's winning are in like dominant, suffocating fashion because he loves to play that brawling, in your face fleet style. That's very reminiscent of that Melee Peach versus like the other fleets who maybe, you know, Mystery Soul has a more laid back, tactical sort of approach. Not to say that there aren't like tactics in what B-Bats does. There obviously are a lot. But
it almost feels a more manipulative fleet, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense a lot. It's definitely playing against the player to play the matchup and to make it happen. B-Bats is a very impressive player. I think I was surprised to see him so high. But when you get into these higher placements with higher point values, it's where the data sort of you get rewarded for having people place you very, very highly. And then like a couple very, I don't know how to word it well. We'll see it in the top 3. It's pretty obvious, but yeah, I think this is deserved. I think Billy is someone that is going to keep playing and is someone that, like you said, Spargo hasn't won a major as well. B-Bats hasn't won an offline major. It's probably only a matter of time before he's up there, right?
I think if he's able to continue practicing and playing with the amount of dedication that he can, that he has been, I think it's definitely possible. You look back to events like Combo Breaker, where he beat Cake winners and then lost in grands. There's been some heartbreaking moments, I think, for B-Bats over this past year, but getting that online major win to get to Evo was pretty huge. Obviously, the top 8 at Evo was huge. I think B-Bats always he's a player I've rated very highly. I think I had him at like third or fourth in our Evo predictions.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
he's top 4 for sure.
when he's playing his best game, he looks like just so strong, doing things with the character that like I don't know. He dropped. I mean, he dropped. Remember when he dropped Fleet and dropped Rivals for like a month
Dude, yeah.
because she got nerfed to the
After the
ground,
great
which was
exodus.
kind of fair. But Mystery
Sure.
Soul, meanwhile, stuck with her. But then like he came back and he was really abusing stuff like the float cancels, pushing the envelope of that character. And I think the fifth place from the community makes a lot of sense. I had him lower. Not
Yeah,
terribly much lower. I
me
think I
too.
still had him in my top
No,
10,
no,
but
no. For sure.
it was
Easily top 8 to me.
for sure.
I think it's also like, if you want to invoke that recency bias, you talk about how we were talking the 5th place at the Fusion Plus was an underplacement.
Yeah.
And the players above him were Cake. He lost to Cake and Stango for 5th. And we said, oh, he could have gone further, which he could have. It's just, yeah, he's strong. He's of this power. He's top 5 level.
Yeah, certainly.
For certain in the eyes of the community.
All
Let's move
right.
on.
Let's move on to number 4, which is Sophilo. Sophie
Wow.
started this game probably lower than anybody else on this list started it. I'm pretty sure she was gold originally.
Yeah, she was hard.
Um,
She was. It's not even like placed gold and then like ranked up really quick, like I reckon all these players did. She was hard stuck gold. But when the game, for the first like couple months of the game, she was dead ass a hard
couple
stuck
months
gold
of the
player.
whole release because I mean, she got 33rd at GX2.
Yeah, but
if I'm not mistaken,
that was like 4 months into the release.
Yeah, yeah. So she put in so much work into this game, and has got that win at CEO. Got this most recent second place. She's primed up, and I think the first couple months of the game that was Mickey Mouse. Fleet was overpowered. Crag was overpowered. Orcane was whatever.
And Zetterburn sucked. Yeah,
but she like. After Stango falled off after Genesis, she picked up the torch and carried Zetter to new heights, and I think she's still the best Zetter in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
I think I've had a couple losses recently to other Zetterburns, but like when you watch her play, especially the at PRGE recently, it was like she's doing stuff with such her execution feels like just on another level that I've yet to really see another Zetter hit.
it's not even the execution, bro. She's just smarter than the other ones. Like she just is. I think if you're talking about year long consistency, I think she has a resilience that a lot of other players don't really have. First on the come up, in the grind, in the era of the Zeeklies, right there with Zeus to Goose. Those were our two coming up to bat. So Philo pushed even further beyond, was trading sets back and forth with Cake Assault online, got Zetterburn's first major win at CEO, and then bam, the nerfs hit. Everyone thought, wow, it's good she got it while she could, because Zetterburn, it is over. And no, she got in the lab. She grinded, she innovated, she created a bunch of new things that I'm like, just like, man, the shine use post patch was really crazy. A lot more down strong stuff. Really, as well, keeping on top of things that I don't know if she really invented or how far she's pushed, but these B reverse drop down from ledge, C drop, B reverse shine forward airs that Hampolo loves to go for. Hyperflame loves to go for these high execution punishes and traps that she is the only one, it seems, smart enough and consistent enough to break through. Even when we've seen like these underplacements, like a 9th at Evo, where we're like, no, 9th at Evo. It's like, at the end of the day, she's the one getting back up. 7th at Riptide. No, 7th at Riptide. Bam. 2nd place at the very next major. Friggin' like the resilience, I think, is unmatched in terms of the level she's willing to grind, innovate, and compete at that top level.
I don't remember if it was after Evo or what, I think it was. Where it seemed like, I don't know, something happened in her personal life and she wasn't sure if she's going to be able to compete. She was originally supposed to be going out to all these events, on the East Coast and stuff. And my heart like dropped. I was like, oh no more Sophie. Who's gonna be the Zetterburn now? But then she was able to come back. She able to keep competing, and I'm so happy for that. Well deserved number 4. I had her at number 4.
She looks stronger than ever, dude. I DM'd
She's
you
primed up.
when I was VOD reviewing her after Evo. Like she tweeted out, she's like, "Yeah, I got some bad news." And typical. I mean, honestly, typical Sophie fashion. Like, man, I had a loss. I suck. I'm fucking terrible. I should fucking quit this stupid fucking game. The post-match tweet. And then I was VOD reviewing her next event. I think it might have even been the next hop on. And I was VOD reviewing it, and I DM'd you, and I was like, dude, she looks better than ever. She looks insane right now.
Yeah, it's, I don't know how many she won in a row at the
like 7
hop on streak.
Something like that.
It was nice.
Like 7 weeks in a row. Hop on
and
winning.
One of the few players on this list to have a Mender bug win.
That's actually true.
Noting.
I'm going through I guess Cake technically has a Mender bug win. If you're talking about doubles, when he beat me and you at wavelength, Cake.
Yeah, but like, who is his partner though? So like, we don't even
low key.
That didn't happen.
Low key a pedophile.
I think we're gonna strike that one off. We're not releasing that.
Sophilo has a Mender bug win. Very nice. Very impressive stuff.
All right.
Let's forward.
Now, top 3.
Okay.
We all know who these 3 players are.
Yes.
But I was very fascinated by the order in which our average community rankings had them. And we can talk about this perhaps when we've gone through the whole 15. But Plup's number 3. Plup is number 3.
Plup's number 3. Plup's number 3. What the fuck?
Plup's number 3. He's the 3rd best player in the world, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, here's the obvious. He's played in 2 events.
Yes.
3 if you count LCS, which you can. That's fine. But he won Evo, he won Genesis, he won the 2 biggest tournaments. I guess Supernova was technically bigger, but like highest caliber we've had. And he did it in such dominant fashion.
Yes.
He's so good, but he just hasn't played as much as our top 2. But I think I had him number 1.
This is a thing I noticed. I saw a lot of the higher level of play submissions had Plup really high. Plup actually had more votes for number 1 than any other individual player had for number 1. It's just in the eye of the community. I think a lot of people were docking for that attendance, even though, like you said, the 2 events he attended, Genesis and Evo, won them through winners, and it wasn't close. That to me is and specifically the space between those events is enough to be number 1 for me. Like going from February to August, I remember we were talking in the build up to Evo.
It's a different game.
It's a different game
between those 2. Like they were not just new characters. The system changes. Wave dashing was different. Floor hugging was different. And I think Old Maple was. I mean, like pre-floor hug changes, Maple really was so difficult to deal with. And then you made it everything auto floor huggable, and then she became a lot easier. But still, he showed up and he just destroyed everybody in more dominant fashion than he did at Genesis
with one of those new characters that he had picked up and been training in the shadows. Became his iconic Olympia. Did your cam die?
Oh, fuck.
It's all good, man. Hey, it's all good. Let's talk. So Plup, I guess, that's what we were going into Evo being like, you were thinking, man, no, he must have fell off. Like people must be better. And I was like, nah, man, he's got to still be the best. And it was this really big question of what is Plup going to do? And then he swiped the floor at Evo. And that to me solidified.
Not a phrase.
Is it not?
Swipe the floor? Sweep?
I said
Swept?
wiped. I said wiped, but I had an S noise because I meant to say
swept, wiped.
I meant to say swept, and then I said wiped the floor. It sounded like swiped
okay,
the
gotcha.
floor. I don't know. He his dominance was unreal. However,
I'm here
That big
now.
ass penguin off the screen.
He's staying on the screen.
Okay. That attendance in the eyes of a lot of the community does hurt him. And not for an invalid reason. I think it makes sense. I think the more you attend, the more you are likely to be upset early on, to have those holes in your game plan found out, be rod reviewed. So that I think that's a valid perspective. Um, yeah, one that I don't see expressed that much, but yeah.
You can hear me. There we go. You can hear me now.
Oh, you were muted. Okay, welcome back.
Yeah, I was muted when the source was muted. Anyways,
Sure, sure, sure.
yeah, I think Pup is just the best player, but his attendance just let him slip.
Sure.
With that, I think the rest of this goes about as you would expect. We've got our
Right.
number 2 of Stango. He is, besides Cake Assault, who, I mean, spoiler alert, he's Cake might be number 1. He's like most consistent over the entire course of the game and the beta. He's just been always in contention for the titles. Maybe had some lower moments after like the Zeta nerf when he was like, am I playing Zeta or am I playing Crag? What's this Olympia character got going on? But then turned it around, got 2 back-to-back, I mean, second place at Evo, which was huge.
Yes,
then back-to-back
huge second place
wins with the Ollie. It was just, he finally got that crown. And I made a whole video about it.
Yeah.
And
what's more impressive,
he's just so good.
What's more impressive than that is he was doing it without his soul character, who he has recently picked up the mantle. He's picked up the battle axe and has been putting work with what many believed to be the worst character in the game by a lot in Loxodon, is now being out here and being like, this guy's fucking broken. Like, look at this. And then I'm watching the gameplay and I'm like, holy shit, this elephant's fucking broken. It's insane.
I'm just realizing something. I should have put Stango in the thumbnail. Then he'd show up.
Oh,
alas,
that's true. That's bait. That's true. Whatever. It'll get around to him, whatever. I believe. I think that if you're gonna dock Plup for attendance, which by the way, Plup and Stango were within 2 points of each other. Just kind of crazy.
Really?
It was like 634 to 636 points, I believe. But I don't think that this is like undeserved or anything. I think that if you're going to dock Plup for having only attended 2 events, then it makes all the sense in the world that Cake and Stango, the 2 consistently highest placing people at these events, are our number 1 and 2. The consistency is absurdly impressive from a game that's changing so much with so many characters, which Stango's piloting like a third of the cast. It's like it's incredibly impressive, and it's very evident why these are our number 1 and number 2 players.
I think I didn't realize Plup and Stango were so close.
Yeah,
according to the community, I think it would have been criminal, like kind of like what you were saying, to have Plup not number 1, but then have Stango below him. Like if Plup was 2 and Stango was 3, I just don't think that would make sense. The logic just wouldn't be there.
Here's the thing. Do you have the graphs?
Yeah.
Because I'd love to look at them. And the whole top 3 was actually really close.
Should we talk about Cake first?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's finish up. Let's talk about Cake.
He's the greatest player Rivals has ever seen.
I went through to make my list. I went through all of the majors since release. Cake won like all of them pretty much. like within a rounding era, he's won every single one.
Yes.
With the fleet switching to Forsburn, he's only lost to Marlin, Plup, Sophie, Stango, and then most recently Ion. But like, there's just periods where he's just winning everything in a row, and it's absurd how consistent he was. It has been, and now he's back. He falled off but now he's back.
No, but that's the thing, is he fell off because he
He
didn't
fell off
win
the
a
second.
tournament for like 6 weeks. Like he didn't win
Yeah.
for 6 weeks and we were like, he's so bad. And
Mhm.
we weren't like that, but it was like, man, where did Kakasol go? And now we're like, he's back because he just won back-to-back majors again. And it's not just that he's winning. If you want to talk about dominance, he's consistently winning majors without dropping games. He most recently he won Hitfall, right? Which I know wasn't
Yeah,
like a
Hitfall,
major up
like a
to
B
the
tier,
caliber we're talking
but
about. One
it's still very impressive to do it without dropping a game.
I know one. Did he win LACS without dropping a game?
LACS and
And Don't
Heatwave,
Park on
he
the
won without
Grass.
dropping a game.
And Don't
No,
Park on the Grass.
He lost. No, he lost a game in Don't Park on the Grass. I think he went like game
Really?
5 against like Nog or something, or
No,
Evil
you're fucking
Nardwar.
lying. No, he didn't
I'm
go no
not.
game 5 against Nog. I'm pulling up the
No, because
bracket.
he definitely won Heatwave flawlessly. Because he also won doubles, Rivals won singles, Rivals won doubles. Not all
Did
flawlessly,
we
but
did we
it's like perfect
watch
sweep.
party Heatwave?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just Don't Park. But anyways, yeah, I think because we're also talking about the whole course of the year, and Cake Assault for the beginning was literally untouchable. It
Yeah.
just felt like impossible for him to lose, especially when Marlon was banned. It was just like, who's gonna do it? And the answer was nobody.
Yeah.
Until they gutted his character, and then Grompy took him out.
I super lied, by the way. Yeah, he dropped 5 games at Don't Park.
Did he go game 5 against Aloxonaut?
He went game 5 against Pikmon.
Pikmon.
In the
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, right?
In the Ditto.
Yeah.
At the time.
It's pretty insane.
But I mean, it's freaking Cake Assault. He's still the GOAT. If it weren't for Plup's lack of attendance, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what would happen if Plup attended more.
He did, yeah, right? Because Cake had a game 5 against Plup in
game 5
winners finals of Genesis, right?
Yes, he did.
So
and then
it happened.
I don't know. Evo was.
Evo was.
I don't
crazy.
know what Evo was.
Evo was crazy.
Now, anytime somebody misses 2 Ledge Dashes in a row, I call it the Cake Assault. Oh, was that against Stango?
That's crazy. That's really insane. It was
Stango.
It was like game 5 against Stango.
I think Cake is such a cool player to have in the scene as such a like strong number 1 who's also just like a nice guy.
Yeah,
very charismatic
personable.
too. And then having the foil of Stango, they've got this sort of frenemies relationship. And especially like recently where I'm getting a little narrative peeled here. But with like Stango getting the wins with Olympia and now on the Loxonaut, it's just like they've got a cool relationship, cool dynamic that I think is just good for the scene to have. And I'm glad these are our. I mean, I love all these players, but I think having these like top 3 and specifically this top 2 is creates for a lot of very interesting storylines, interesting dynamics that I look forward to seeing play out over the next year of this game, and maybe into the future. Who knows what'll happen? I think it's awesome.
Yeah, man. It's been a damn good year. I'll say that. It's been a damn good year of Rivals. I to touch briefly again about this top 3. Like the whole top 3 was really close. Cake Assault had way more points than them, but it's mostly because is now a good graph time. Would you pull up the graphs?
Yeah, we'll pull up the graphs.
What you're gonna see on the graphs is that Plup had.
1 second, I'm gonna get my guy.
Your what?
My penguin.
Oh, okay. So, dude, you completely threw me off. Plup had what was that, 23 votes?
To 9 from Cake Assault for number 1.
Right. So had over double the votes for number 1 than Cake Assault. But the thing is, if you look at Cake Assault, everyone who had, how do I say this? Everyone who had Plup for number 1 put Cake number 2. So Cake had like insane points in the number 2 spot as well, combined with all the ones from the people who did put him first that just gave him that crazy edge versus the people who didn't have Plup in first. More of them didn't put Plup second because they were knocking him for attendance. So he was lower. He was 3rd, 4th, some as low as like 8th or something. But Yeah, so that I think that's very interesting how the top 3 played
Yeah.
out,
So
in
this
my
had
opinion.
we had like my top three was Plup, Cake, Stango, and that is
Yeah,
what we had here in this top three in terms of most votes. But that's not necessarily what it's about. A lot of
it's
people
not how the power
had
works out, man.
yeah. Um,
Not how the power
and
works
then things
out.
just get more and more diverse. Like immediately, once we go to number four, it's like a toss
Yeah,
up. There's Marlin, there's Spargo, there's Sophie. We got some Zeus in there as well. And also up here, there was a good bit of Ion for third, but
for
then
third,
like
yeah.
not a ton for fourth. Only one voted for fourth. And then, you know, we got Sophie again and Marlin fighting for fifth. It's really interesting how this played out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like look at how crazy these pie charts get the
It
lower
gets
we
really
go.
crazy. This is like originally we were just gonna do top 10 list and then have people submit top 15. But when I made the form, I pushed for it to be
Shoutouts,
top 20
Pangolin.
and then top uh we revealed the top 15 and people submit their top 20 because the diversity of like the players, and I thought like the math of how like the how much like the responses are weighed, like the placements are weighed depending on I thought that was so interesting. So I'm really happy we did that. You got a 14, dude, look at the sandstorm for 14th.
That's
Isn't that crazy?
crazy. That's so interesting.
I mean, he had a bunch for 13th too. So clearly he's a player that a lot
Yeah.
of people regard around that
Like
level.
we had five
Um,
people voted Mystery Soul for 15th.
right.
And then
I have 16 through 20,
three for 12.
by the way. 16 through
Yeah, yeah.
20, I'll
What is
reveal
our 16 through 20?
from 16. So our 15th was Sandstorm, and then 16 down to 20 was Mystery Soul, 10 points below Sandstorm, Boyko, Animal, Full Stream, and Cheesy Potato. And the Animal
Interesting.
versus Full Stream was really funny to me because they were 1 point apart. Animal had 110 points and Full Stream had 109. And so watching that go back and forth,
That's
like
crazy. That's some recency
as I was
bias.
tallying the point, yeah, right. Well, Full Stream hasn't
Full Stream
been
didn't play that much. That's true. But
he hasn't
I
played that
didn't
much.
have Animal in my top 20. I didn't have Cheesy in my top 20.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that stuff is it's interesting. It's cool. I love it. I loved it. I thought this was great. I think the only I'm happy to do another one eventually at some point, and we'll figure out how to do it where I don't have to add up the numbers manually.
yeah, I
And
was literally
we'll get it
in the
out to
midst
more
of figuring
people.
that out when you DM'd me the
Yeah,
numbers. So I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay, great.
yeah, man.
Let's talk about. Are there any?
I would love to
Let's talk
go
about.
right into my clips, honestly. While we're
I
on
want
the
to talk about
year
our
one
lists.
nostalgia. Oh, sure, sure,
I
sure,
really want
sure.
to talk about our list. Which I kind of was doing in the background. And I've got. Oops. And seeing how they compare to the top 15. This is our beta list for reference. But we
Right.
had the same top three, and then it was pretty similar, interchangeable in the fourth through sixth. We just had the order
Yeah.
slightly different, same exact seventh in Ion. So this is like we both kind of were in agreement that the top seven was solved, and then it did
Yeah.
not end up being that case.
Mhm.
You had ZB8, Rangunshu 10, or Rangunshu 9, excuse me, BBAT's 10. I had Sandstorm a little higher and Ant a little higher. Rangunshu I had lower. I was thinking it was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, these are the people who won multiple majors. And then it was
Mhm.
in like, um, has won a major, but Spargo I put a little above Ion because he was
He's
just
got the
like a
placements and the
contender, has a
wins,
better
yeah.
placements on average. And then it was tough from then there below. I knew I wanted B-Bats and Beastly up there, but the rest was like, who do I put up here?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking. I did mine a lot. Like the reason Ant is maybe lower than people think is because I think his rise has been super recent. And if you look over towards the course of the year, he was still competing. He was still playing Rano, and he had a really good placement with the Rano. But I
Yeah.
just thought that on average, these other players were doing better, or slash are better players, like more powerful in
Mhm.
my head. You didn't have Zeus on your list.
Yeah,
Noted. Hashtag
so
noticing.
I was putting these into a more readable format for us to do the comparison. But let's see. I had Zeus at 17.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. And then
Mystery
I
Soul
had
16.
Boyko. I put in Recupid for fun.
Mhm.
And F Pawn Pusher is my honorable mention. So
My honorable mention is Soul Rifle.
I thought Dakpo might have gotten kind of hoed, honestly.
I think
for playing
people,
Raster.
you got to be nowhere to know. I think he's the most underrated player.
Okay, no, for sure, I agree with that, for sure.
Like his results are like always good. He's like usually around like 9th to 7th.
Yeah,
He's the best Raster we've got right now, and I think he's super good. Acorn for me might be a little recency bias. I was really struggling with that 20th slot.
sure, because it does get more like there's so many more possibilities when you get lower down the list.
Yeah.
Just crazy. So yeah, man, those are our
All
lists.
right.
They're pretty awesome. Now, can we move on to some clips? I just had 5 clips.
Yep.
That
Hang
I sent
on.
to Garrett earlier.
Why is this lower now?
That's crazy.
What happened?
It's all good, man. We'll figure it out.
I don't understand.
We'll figure it out. If you aren't terribly familiar with myself, I like watching a lot of VODs, and I have a big folder with clips that players have hit whenever I watch the VODs. And so I was thinking, like, man, we're looking at the year in review. We had ideas to do some more stuff like losers run of the year, upset of the year, stuff like that, as well as like clips of the year. But life happened. We're fucking busy, man. So
Splish happens,
I splish happens. I sent in 5 of my favorite clips from the past year. With one notable one missing, because I swear I was like schizophrenic. I swear Spargo hit like a crazy 0 to death on Boyko at LMBM. And then I watched back the set and I couldn't find it. Like I found like kind of what I was talking about, but it had more aura in my head. So I don't really know.
I'm doing this
regardless.
Slightly, it keeps moving down. I'm doing this slightly scuffed. So bear with me here. But
this is Nard versus Cake Assault at Collision, correct. This is a top 8 qualifier. And you know me, I'm a Claren guy. I'm a fucking Claren guy. I'm a fucking Chud Claren guy. I just thought this conversion, like specifically on the top flat use, is so nice. It's absolutely so nice. It doesn't get much better than that, especially on Cake Assault. So I thought that clip was super nice. Love me some Claren. Love me some Nard. The most underrated player, Dakpo versus Chumpkin. This is a really nice clip. I just think that like the Dare Up B stuff is some bread and butter sauce that goes under the radar. It's like some bread and jam, because it's like not that crazy. Like every Raster can do it pretty much, but I think it looks really cool. It happened a lot more in Rivals 1, right? Like that was a Rivals 1 thing.
Yeah.
That Dare Up B stuff. But I just loved seeing, especially that set is really nice to me, because Dakpo, like you said, is a 7th place to 9th place player. When most people have their eyes on him, he's losing to Cake Assault. So seeing him beat some other top level players like Chumpkin's no slouch, but seeing him actually be able to dominate a player, I thought was really cool, and shows like there's more under the surface of this game if you go look around. Now this was Maya. This is a clip. Maya versus Corn Cycle?
Corn Cycle.
Man, she is so cool. Just like the double bear one. I had a bunch of Maya clips I was looking for. Some of them she struggled to find the kill after doing the cool thing. But
also, these are all clips from brackets.
Yes, these are all brackets.
Because there's a lot of Twitter clips that are just like craziness, but specifically from brackets of what you have your folders of.
Yeah. Specifically bracket play. I don't give a fuck about
this set.
Some people.
This
set. We were also going to do set of the year. This was in contention for set of the year. This is Bullets versus ZB at Get On My Level. I believe they were playing for 7th. And every game was a crazy slobber knocker. This whole sequence from ZB is massively impressive. The way he uses the platform movement to really get out there and then pulls the curtain under. I thought they took that out of the game. I thought that you couldn't do that anymore when he did that. And so it's just one of the better clips from one of the best sets of the year. ZB versus Bullets. It was so sick. And that set was full of stuff like that. Next up, we have another ZB clip.
This is it. Everyone is.
It is the another set of the year, ZB versus Stango at Collision, right?
And oh my god!
That's
this is the game that Stango came back from, right?
Right. ZB is up 2-1 right now in the set, and he goes up 3 stocks to 1 with 3% taken. Stango, it doesn't fit in a clip, but Stango does win this game and this set. Which is just one of the it's incredible. It was one of the sickest sets I've ever watched. One of the most like mentally taxing sets to watch as well, because Stango was just fucking throwing stocks away and just being weird and stupid, but then dialed it back in because he's the GOAT. So absolutely love that. That's the last clip I sent, right?
All right. Yep. I have not too many gatherings to go through. Then we'll move on to Mender's monthly medal. Should we do Mender's yearly medal? Are you prepared for that?
I'm not prepared for the monthly one, bro.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about
True.
Wow.
Yeah. That's all good. All right, gatherings time. Just stuff that I like to find on FT Everything app. This was.
Why are you putting this on my screen? That's crazy. We're gonna slime out
Wolfie's been doing a lot with the 3D modeling recently, and I've been finding it very entertaining. He also put out a whole montage, Olympia montage, wherever it is. There's a GIF, a version of it. But it's cool. It's interesting, and I just thought it was really stupid. Speaking of really stupid, Crag updates. Crag updates was away for a little bit, and then Crag updates came back.
Wait, so why is Rano here? He just looks like a normal guy.
I don't know if anything's different.
Everyone else like no tusks, no shell, no horns or mag. He's just like he doesn't have the bubble thing, the ring, the poison
scarf
sash
thing,
sash,
whatever it is.
He just kind of looks normal. I didn't know he was ripped, by the way. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I don't know. Rano was fucking ripped.
Anyways, let's. So we got 2 Shadow. No, only 1. I think I forgot to include a Shadowhawk clip this week. But he's been grinding the Olympia. I've been loving watching it.
Yeah, really.
And I think I have high expectations for this guy coming up. 9th Diffusion, Supermajor. Especially if they talked about some abs changes.
Wait, it stays on you if you shield it? The cloud stays on if you shield it? That's insane. Is that true? Did something weird happen? Oh, through the special getup into it. Okay, yeah. It wasn't the side B cloud. It was a different cloud. All right,
nice Mr. R clip going.
I love this Mr. R clip, bro, because he did
the
lock
3-stock
in.
comeback.
3-stock comeback. He locked the fuck in, bro. Hashtag happiest Mr. R moments. Oh man, who's this against? Can you read it?
Little Pillager.
Interesting.
Rated Master, it looks like. 1524.
I locked in.
This stage looks really good for Raster. Like it just is. The side blast ones are crazy. That when he hits that down B cancel, that's how you know he's feeling it, man. That's how you know. That's how you know. And then when you get that grab, you're like, oh, I won. Oh my god. Very sick.
0 death to close. Insane. Remrin with the Galvan combo video. I'm not gonna play all of it, and especially when it's super low bit rate. Oh, there we go. But she's been cooking with the character. We gave a lot of thoughts on Gavin already. He's not very good, but he's got so much potential. So much.
He'll get better, man. It's just like when we were. That's fucking hilarious. And also doesn't justify putting shit in the blast zone. So stop doing that. Galvan will get better than he is now with like the players getting better and discovering more and like optimizing him more, but not in the same way as Absa, dude. Just not in the same way.
No, not in the same way as Absa.
This guy has clearly terrible weaknesses that it's
all led to stops.
It's crazy.
Somehow
It's
back-
And I guess the
Show
last
me
one we'll
back.
have for you, I
From the
swear
brink,
there was another Shadowhawk clip I wanted to
1%,
include, but
racking up the damage
it's all
slowly
good.
but surely the percent begins to
Backpack
equalize.
at
You gotta get out
Let's
of
Make Moves
dodge.
Miami,
Dodge
which we
gets the parry,
didn't talk
opportunity
about,
to find the stock,
which
tossing up
it was kind of
Recall, sending it
overshadowed.
off
We
the
had
stage,
bigger
but here
fish to
comes
fry
Backpack
this
once again.
episode.
Off the stage,
Mhm.
Loxodon is a dangerous position here.
Oh,
Somehow
the
they're
double
back.
tech.
Just so clean with the
Goodness.
text
Backpack
in
remembers.
such a
Oh,
difficult
I love that.
spot.
That is like one of the best.
Can we
Going
come
super
back?
deep.
To go for that,
Yeah, there's no way.
that
Reverse
reversal there
restock.
takes a lot of confidence when you're down like that. And that's all my gatherings.
Okay.
Which brings us, as it always does, to Menders.
As it always does, the final segment, Mender's monthly medal. I know who I'm going to give it to. I just don't know how I want to phrase this exactly. So this month's 2 weeks, Mender's monthly medal is going to the lovely people who made the Fusion Plus Supermajor possible. That is, of
Ooh.
course, Cheesy Potato, Solar Beam, the whole Collision Series TV group, because the crew, the production was super good. The replays, you don't get replays at like
No,
majors even,
you
you
don't.
know? So like the replays was super good. The crowd mics, they knew when to turn it on and when to turn it off. Crowd mics
Mhm.
was awesome. We had the sets playing in the venue, all the venue staff, super cool. It's like, I think there's been a lot of creeping in the darkness negativity around Rivals 2, and whether it be maybe character discourse, whether it be active player based discourse, I've seen a lot of people really down about like the numbers on Steam or what the game could have been, or like, I hate this about this character. And I found myself struggling with it too. After I took a break for about a month after Riptide to play Silksong mostly. And I found myself struggling to get back into it. I tried playing Galvan. Galvan's really fun to play in the Ditto, but I was like struggling to enter brackets. And when I did, I felt terrible. I would ping people. I would lose 20 games straight. I felt terrible. It had me really dooming about like, why do I even hit start on Steam at all, right?
Mhm.
And I went to the Fusion Plus. And like, it's no exaggeration to say that it instills this passion in the community. It
It really
is
does.
the community. That is the reason we play this all. It's because these people are accessible, and also the game is sick, and also the game is super fun, and it's broken and hard. And that hardship in competing, I think, does strengthen the community as a whole, like in terms of closeness to each other. I think a lot of people aren't afraid to express that this is a really hard game to play, and everyone is really good at it, and it has a lot of problems, but at the end of the day, it's the community that brings people back, keeps people in, makes it such a wonderful place to exist in and dedicate yourself to. And it all culminates in an event like the Fusion Plus Supermajor, which had me waking up earlier than I ever have. I drove 5 hours to get there, went 1-2, drowned in pools, drove 5 hours home, and I don't regret a single second of it, a single cent, like any of it. It was awesome, man. And that's what the medal's for. That's what the medal's for. You
That's
win.
what the
You
medal's
win the
for.
medal. Yeah.
This is actually something I wanted to say. You hit a lot of points that I want to talk about, not even just about Fusion, but I've had a difficult relationship with this game, or I guess kind of how with myself in regards to the game.
Yeah.
But it's the community that keeps me like wanting to come back and do this show, make the videos, play the game in a way that I just like haven't really felt with maybe anything else ever. It's tough.
Can
I
I
think we got a very special community here in Rivals, and I think like you're saying the fusions and the fusion major like really. I don't know. I was saying this at the time too. Just like it embodies that for me. So I think
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a more deserving recipient of the Mender's 1 medal and second woman to ever get a medal. So congrats, Cheesy. Second woman.
Is that second?
We're
I
making
swear to God,
progress.
there was
Hashtag
another.
progress.
This has got to be the third.
There was
Surely
Sophie.
there's a woman on the team.
There was Sophie, and then
collision
there was okay, maybe, but come on.
Did I not give it to Remrin? That's kind of
I
crazy.
don't know.
Wait, I don't remember.
I don't think you did.
I don't fucking remember.
I should have compiled them for this episode.
Yeah,
that
would have been fire.
I thought about doing
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
But it just slipped my mind. It was a little busy.
Can I throw you some shade real quick? Like,
please.
As someone who's been your friend for a very long time, been playing your video games with you for a very long time, for like 8-9 years, you've never been this bad at a game before.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where my issues lied, because there's a lot of stuff that I've not had to deal with before. Because like I all the other games I've played, I've just gotten good at fairly naturally, and platform fighters is not something I was versed in whatsoever. So it's been difficult, which I think is where a lot of that lies for me. But it's but I still want to keep playing and get better and keep participating in this community.
Yeah, I would extend that to like not just but like that's the fighting game experience in general, is like what keeps the genre an otherwise like horrifically convoluted, complex, and frustrating genre of video game. It's kept alive by the people in it and the dedication to oneself to become better as a person, as well as like better at the game. I think that is like the essence of fighting games, and why they're so great and so important. And Rivals 2 does it pretty damn good. I'll say that.
Yeah, we got something special here.
We do?
I'll say it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. For sure. And man, what no better way to wrap up the episode, right?
I was trying to think of something funny to say to end it. Something to be like mean or harsh or like,
yeah.
But like, it's cool. Yeah, man. I like it here, man.
Yeah, it's very nice, man. All right, well, that's gonna about do it for the DashBack episode 19. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. We do this every other week, every Wednesday. After
every patch.
After every patch, yeah. Wrapping up, summarizing, talking, discussing things about the metagame, the characters, the tournaments, as well. We hope to do more community involvement stuff like this PR, because it was super fun and super like insightful, and I learned a lot. But the only way to
there should be hopefully more videos soon, because after next week we'll both be working less.
True.
So no promises, but Matt's got a video about I
have a promise to fulfill. I have a promise to fulfill. I wake up every day and I'm like, yep. Okay.
Do it for Stango. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye. Goodbye.